Hello and welcome to the Hawks Nest live stream show. My name is Brandon Kane, and I do appreciate you for tuning on here. Game day Sunday as it is. We only get 17 of these a year. I thank you for coming on in here to my house, my place here, checking it out with me. Let's see if we can turn our fates around from last week, which was a ever tough loss, of course, for our Hawks. But there's a lot of the season left still to go, nearly half at that, and still some time for this Hawks team to reclaim its glory, reclaim some maybe potential contender status, reclaim maybe getting back up on top of that division. The Niners won today, so we are going to have to win to keep pace. This is a Washington team that is, maybe at first blush, people would look at them and say this is going to be a tough game at all. We will just be over at home. I mean, we're not good, but this is going to be a tough game. I think this is a team that still has, even against those teams like the Eagles, I think that's beaten them twice, has been in each of those two games, taking them right down the line in both. I'm expecting a tough matchup today. I saw an Eric Bieniemy quote before just today as I was kind of, prepping up and just taking a look around the internet. You guys all do the same, I'm sure. And it stood out to me. It's one we're going to probably talk about, based on what we might see in this game. And he said, this is the offensive coordinator for the Washington Commanders. "We've got to go out and execute our offense better than they execute their defense," Bieniemy said. "They're not a defense that's going to cause any confusion. They're not a defense that's going to cause any confusion because they're going to play straight up and try and beat you with their best. Our job is to make sure that we can go out and do what we do best." So interesting quote there from Bieniemy. One I think that's going to be worth unpacking, but one that's going to be kind of also, in just me particular, in my back of my own mind a little bit as I'm looking at this game and, watching it unfold and how it kind of plays out a little bit. In the inactives today, D Eskridge is inactive in this one. Kenny McIntosh, McClendon Curtis, Anthony Bradford also inactive in this one. Raekwon O'Neal at tackle, no surprise there. And Miles Adams will be your inactives for Seattle. Let me say what's up here to the chat as we're about 9 minutes away from the start of the game. DVN, Megan, how you doing? It's good to see you. See Lord of Bravos. Hello. DVN, what's up? Free truth, I will not have hurt feelings that the Browns beat them. Sorry, Ravens, for a bit bitter. Still, yeah, I'm a little bitter on that one too. It's interesting as well is that you watch the Ravens offense working in this game, and second you see Stanley go down, their left tackle in this game, suddenly now Lamar's under a lot more duress. Suddenly he's not back there playing as comfortably, cool, calm, and collected. Mark Habacorn, how you doing? It's good to see you in the chat. Brian Myers, Bengals, Texans, Tides. Hell of a game between the Bengals and Texans, I'll tell you that. Red Ace, what is up, my man? What is up? Megan says, so glad this is a late start. I like the 1 o'clock starts too, Megan. Gives you a chance to get up and get your kind of feel for things, I don't like the early ones. But I know it's a little bit different for you on your end over there. Sealor says, dang, Browns have showed up in Baltimore the way our Hawks certainly didn't. Yeah, they're giving them a much tougher fight. That's for sure. It's also a divisional game. As we always see with those divisional games, sometimes they can play out a lot closer, even if there is a bit of difference in talent. They also got, Watson back out there, and he wasn't playing bad early on. I know he's still been seemingly, you're always on unshaky ground with him. And is he healthy? Can he go? Can he not? I don't know. Is he shaky? Can he go? Is he healthy? I don't know. Kind of just rhyme that. Sea Lord, perfect sports day for me. My two favorite teams playing back-to-back. Seahawks, then the Canucks. 2 wins, please. I'll take 2 wins, please. 2 wins. 2 wins, please, Governor. I would as well. I will give your Canucks a win if it can mean my Hawks can get a win. How about that? I'll give your Canucks a little bit of, maybe I shouldn't say that. We got Kraken here, so we got a rooting interest now. I don't know if I can do that anymore. Sean, how you doing? Flying blind. Go Hawks. Don Power Ranger, the Hawks Nest. Hello, Brandon and all. Hope everyone's well on this Remembrance Day across the United Kingdom. Oh, well, happy, or I don't say happy Remembrance Day. You go honoring Remembrance Day. We got Veterans Day tomorrow ourselves, and a shout out and thank you to all the veterans out there, and including my brother who served 3 tours. And thank you for all you guys do, and all you guys have done, and all you guys are currently doing, and may have to do in the future soon. But love to all the armed forces out there, and you guys are the heroes, no doubt about it on this, in a non-ironic way. All right. Free truths. I think our quarterback is within the next 2 drafts. I probably believe our quarterback of the future is as well. Herb said I was offended last week versus the Ravens. I kind of was too. I started to get the 1,000-yard stare about the third quarter. PTSD started to set in about late fourth. C-Lord says, sorry, you're speaking to Nate. Gavin says, let's go get this dub. Let's get it, Gavin. Come on. William Leonard says 12th man. Rising. Woo! Randall McDaniel in the house. Let's go, Randall. We got, let me show him. I'm going to just show him pick you sent me, Randall. Randall, thank you for the $50 donation, my man. Woo! Starting us off hot today, Randall. And Randall McDaniel, our OG in the house here at the Hawks Nest, I think one of my original 7 subscribers or something, is in the house, in the stadium, with his son. First, this is like, this is ancient tribal ritual stuff right here, okay? He's taking his son to his very first game in Seattle, overcast day. Let me show you guys a picture where he is in the house here. Let me get it up. Don't worry about how dirty my phone is, okay? Don't judge me. Okay. So look at those. Nice little seats, good view of everything. Not totally midfield, but close enough midfield where you're not going to be missing any of the action going on there. But Randall, thank you for the $50 donations. Shout out to your son. This is a happy Seahawks day for him. This is a rite of passage. We all remember our first time. In Randall and Maya's case, we walked into that old concrete jungle we used to call the Kingdom. And you'd go in there and everything was dark. It had an ominous feeling to it as you'd walk in. So there's just a certain ambiance to it. You just can't go and explain to the younger folks. But your son's getting the real deal on the outside, the full experience out there. Nothing but good vibes when you go to that stadium. Certainly no dark corners and shadows. But Randall, thank you for the $50 donation. I appreciate you so very much, man. He says, Randy Jr.'s first game in person. Let's have it go. Run the ball, and run it some more. Good chance we score on D today. Stadium half full 10 minutes before kickoff. Go Hawks. Yeah, it's Seahawks fans always cutting it close down to the wire. Right down the line. Thank you for that $50 donation, though, Randall. I really, really, really do truly appreciate it, man. Go Hawks. I hope Junior enjoys this game. I hope they reward him with the win. That's the way you want to start it off. Not that it's required, but that's how you want to start it off. And it's got to be a proud moment, this rite of passage. It's a proud moment. It's like a father handing a baton to the son and is starting to hand it. Not fully handing off, but being like, here it is, son. Here is the baton. Here's what it is. Oh, Dad, okay. So thank you, Randall. Appreciate that $50 donation, man. And you guys have a great time in that stadium. Make sure you're loud. I know I don't have to ask you to be loud, but I God hope that the people around you are loud. I'm going to want to report on that, Randall. I'm going to want a full report on the ratio of open and closed cheering at key moments. Brian Myers in the house. What is up? Snail is also here. What is up, Snail? Fan since 92? Since 92? You came in 92. That was a hard year. That was a hard year to be a Seahawks fan. Flag Sabbath. Have a blast, Randy. Yeah, Randy, get it, man. Get it. Tyler, crazy how the Ravens defense is trash now. Yeah, they're maybe not playing. There is a pick 6 in this game too. I watched it a little bit on Red Zone, so I didn't watch the whole thing. But that's a lot of points. That's a lot of meatball. Sanchez, thank you for celebrating 13 long months as a Hawks Nest member. Says, is it too early to put lock in? I think just a little bit, but I don't think that's going to stop folks from calling for it. That's for sure. Thank you for that long time support, Sanchez. It's also great to see you in the house, man. Brother. William says, baby headphones, Randy. Baby headphones. No, his big boy could take it. He waited till he was at the right age, where he could go into the battle and throw his hands and not be laden by fear. Aaron Donald says, laughing out loud, go Canucks Fan City. Another Canuck in the house. We're being flooded by Canucks. Still, up and out loud, Watson's hurt. He always seems hurt. Looks like they're going to go for a field goal attempt here. The Browns for a win. This is a 3 seconds remaining fourth quarter. Dustin Hopkins with 11 game-winning fourth quarter kicks is going to step out onto the football field. Ice water running through his blood. It's a short kick, just a mere 41-yard attempt, but it's from the kicker's non-favorite hash, that deadly right side that can give him so much fits. Hopkins peels back. No, I guess he's down the dead center line of it. The snap is down. The kick is up. And it's good. The Browns shocked the Ravens in Baltimore, stealing away a victory 33-31. How about that? How about that? Nicholas Newton says, I served in the U.S. Army, Brandon. Thank you, Nicholas, for your service, man. I know that that's what everyone says, but hopefully you know, having me have someone directly serve recently and serve definitely in the thick of it, that I really am appreciative and know what you guys are going through on that. And that's why it gives me a little bit of pause, is some for me, it's not always the best of memories on that stuff, but my brother's doing great and rolling. I hope all you former vets are doing the same out there. As I know that there are some challenges there in that stuff too. Thomas, what a shock Cleveland is running the ball. Seattle needs to get Charbonnet and K9 involved today. Yeah, run. Let's run. As Randall said, run. What's the third thing we should do? Run. But, I forgot something. There's something else. What else should we do? Run. No. We left something at the house. It was up in the top of the cupboard, back of the cupboard. Run. Let's utilize that ground game, especially to attack the edges where we have backups on both sides. Big Country says Browns might knock off the Ravens. They did knock off the Ravens. William Leonard, thank you for the $2 donation. It says, ever seen Stone Cold movie with the Boz? So bad. I can't wear a Bosworth shirt and not have seen Stone Cold. Okay. And I do wear this Bosworth shirt out of irony, by the way. There's about a 1% contingent I'm going to get in the chat saying, take off the shirt, take it off. They get angry. Like this, something about this face here just drives a certain Seattle fan. And I get it. He didn't come through, but his body broke down. It wasn't like he wasn't working out or trying. It's just that, steroids are a hell of a drug. But Stone Cold was a hell of a movie. And I'm telling you, man, you give me Lance Hendrickson as a baddie. Wasn't that who was it? Wasn't Hendrickson the baddie in that one? Whoever's the baddie did their job, It was sort of like Under Siege, Tommy Lee Jones, Steven Seagal style, where Tommy's just kind of carrying the film and Steven's just there like, you're going to make me have to do this too? Okay. I will. But it's a good movie. I liked it. And for a guy just doing his first thing, not bad. We have a kickoff here for in the opening part here. Not a good one. Ooh. The Commanders take it all the way up to the 35 and nearly break it there. William, thank you for the $2 donation. I appreciate you. William Masapaka, good to see you in here. Rockman Drums, hello. Space in the house. Ran in the cut. Yo. How you guys doing, Manuel? Hello, says Go Hawks from Germany. Go Hawks, Manuel. Hope you're doing well out there in Germany. Thank you for checking on in. Got our contingent out there in Germany, hopefully, no doubt. All right, we got a 1st and 10 here as the Commanders going to take over here with good field position at the 35. And Sam Howell in shotgun going 3 wide, steps right out the gate. The ball's tipped up in the air. And looking dangerous for the Commanders there in that initial tip. But Seattle had nobody in the back to pick it up. The Real JB, thank you for the $5 donation, says, I live in South Dakota, so I unfortunately have never been to a Hawks game. I'm sorry to hear that, Real. I do hope at some point you get a chance to go and experience it. It's an awesome experience. It's a unique one. There's a reason people say it's one of the more beautiful, if not the most beautiful stadiums in football. Shotgun here for Sam Howell again, 3 wide, same kind of look as before, coming back underneath to Tariq Woolen. He's going to give up the catch, having struggled to get the tackle of the tight end, who will drive forward for a first down. But it's an experience. It's one that, especially when the stadium is rocking, on top of the beauty that you get to see, the feeling, the raucous nature of everything. is truly unto itself so unique. And you got to give yourself a chance to check it if you can. I know it's hard for some, especially this economy right now, JB. Thank you for that $5, but at some point, definitely worth checking if you can. And everything they say about it is true. Early first down run now here, right up the middle for about 3 yards for the Commanders. Draymond Jones able to take down Brian Robinson. Washington's coming out with their typical starting line. No backups in here. You got Dotson and McLaurin on the outside with Samuel as sort of your slot gadget guy. Logan Thomas. Very workable tight end for them. Second out and 8. I guess they'll give him a good 2.5 there. Halligan and shotgun. Seahawks bring a blitz with Jamal. Jamal runs free and runs right past Sam Howell. Sam Howell breaks the pocket. This ball is going to go up the field for a touchdown. Wow. Wow. The Seahawks call a perfectly timed blitz. Jamal Adams has Sam Howell dead to rights. He doesn't even seemingly try to wrap up, or it's almost like he just runs right past him. I mean, Sam doesn't really make a move. He's not like Sam just kind of recognizes, okay, he's coming down, and he kind of, hunkers in a bit, but woof, just a brutal tackling attempt there by Jamal Adams. I mean, he just that is wild. And he breaks the pocket. Running back's out there free at that point. It's kind of like a broken play, as everyone, I think, is almost kind of expecting the sack to happen. And then Brian Robinson gets in the open. Nobody else is there. Wow. What a start here in Seattle. JB, thank you again for that $5 donation. I appreciate you on that one. Megan Cockroger, thank you for the $5 donation. I hope you're doing well out there today, Megan. Says, I remember my first game in the house. Who was I with again? You were with me. That's right. We had that was a hell of a game to go down there and watch. And, Megan, I never experienced the stadium from down on that end, down that low. And boy, is it just, again, another layer of enjoyment to get down, to be able to see everything so quick, to see everything so close, and see kind of the way where you can kind of see parts of the action and pick up little details you can't always pick up on, certainly watching the telecast, or even sometimes all 22. So it was nice. It was awesome. It was a great experience to do it with you. And yeah, as I say, every Hawk fan's got to give it their chance if they can on that one. But again, hope you're doing well out there, Megan. You're doing well. Snail has been celebrating 9 months as a Hawks Nest member. Thank you for that, Snail. Says, how long till fans can call for Rippon to start, B? Well, as you saw with Sanchez above, as I acknowledge, I know that there's quite a few going to be, especially if we don't start out good offensively on this one. I can already hear the pitchforks being sharpened in the barn. Thank you, though, Snail. Zach Richardson, thanks for the $5. I hope you're doing well too, man. Thank you as well for being a member of the channel. Says, we beat Cleveland. Cleveland just beat Baltimore. Baltimore beat us. Gotta love the NFL. Any day, any team, on any day. Go Hawks. It truly is that type of sport, and more than I think any other sport almost out there that I can think of. I'm not as aware of how the competition parity works within hockey, but I think certainly within football, the most down the muck teams, the teams that are even in what we would call rebuild mode, like the Cardinals this year, that could still go out there and beat that Cowboys team. Wild things can happen, and that's why you do want to pay attention to single game results, and you do want to look at what's going on, but then you want to take your evaluation and what you've seen as far as a whole, and reaching final conclusions based on what you're seeing as a whole for the whole season. And unfortunately, we got there's definitely some jump to off one game. That's all of us have that nature, though. I'm that same way. You got to fight against it as you can, though. All right, 13:26 to go here. Seahawks are going to be down 6-0. The kick's going to be driven through the back of the end zone, so Seattle will take over at the 25-yard line. Zach says, go Hawks. Go Hawks, Zach, man. And thanks for that $5 donation. If you are here on YouTube, typically I'm normally real responsive on the chat. When we do the play-by-play during the game, I will be a little bit caught in on that. So I definitely will be jumping on the donos as I can get them through and stuff like that. But we'll be doing the whole post-game discussion today, later on this evening. So that'll probably be where we do more of the kind of interaction kind of stuff like we typically do. But I will, of course, respond to Super Donos. We got a quick bubble screen out here to JSN. He's able to keep his feet nicely after the bubble screen and get himself a 9.5-yard gain. It's right on the line of the first down marker. Jeffrey Thistle says, Jeffrey, thank you for the $2 donation. Says, and I'm already pissed off. Yeah, you just watch it go, Jamal, wrap up. He had that thing with Daniel Jones, same kind of play. Gino back in shotgun now. Tyler goes in motion. The give is to Kenneth Walker. Walker bouncing through. They did give 10 yards to JSN on the first catch, so that's a first down run there for Walker. He'll take it for 3 yards. Yeah, Jeffrey, fighting there to be frustrated. Don't freak out. All right, here we go. 2nd and 7. Play action pass. Gino rolling back to his right. A little early pressure here. He's going to have to ground this one. I do like a couple things I've asked for them to do. You're in offensively out the gate here. We got a little run. The bubble screen's incorporated nice. That's a little bit of a play action with the guy running with post motion back across the formation. That's usually a play that is typically open there. We see that defensive end that you leave unblocked doesn't crash down on the run, because I don't know if the Commanders are going to play this with the threat of that in this game. They might have that defensive end stay up on the quarterback thinking they can handle the run game without it. 3rd down and 6 now. Washington's going to show a 5-man pressure look here. They're not going to bring it. Throw underneath to JSN. He's out in the open field. Lowers his shoulder at the end of the run nicely. He's hyped. Let's go. First down. Nice job there by JSN. Good throw by Gino. Looks like a little over route here. Oh, drag. A little drag route. JSN quickly creating some space there. Got him matched up against a linebacker. You don't like that if you're Washington. First and 10, Hawks on the 41-yard line of the Commanders. Gino back in shotgun. Trips to the far side. Walker goes in motion. Looking, flipping out to Walker. Boop. Walker breaks the tackle. We're going to have Walker does a great job to break the tackle, but he will be drugged down quickly after that. There's a flag on the play here. We're going to get holding on the Seahawks. Holding Frank Clark. Why does it say Frank Clark? They got that wrong on the telecast. Somebody just lost their job. All right, so 1st and 20 now. Gino in shotgun. 3 wide. Throws it underneath quickly to the tight end. Will Disley will catch it for a gain of about 4. Russell Marqueux with a $2 donation. Thank you, Russell. Says, Brandon, good to see you. Bad to see that touchdown. Hey, it's great to see you. And yeah, I don't like the opening touch. That sucked. But let's see if our offense can bounce back here. Thank you for that donation. Great to see the house, man. Gino going empty here with 2nd and 14. Commanders bringing a delayed blitz. Gino able to move around. Look. Oh, Tyler is absolutely clocked in the head. Absolutely clocked in the head as he went to make that catch. They may consider... Yeah, that's definitely helmet to helmet. That's going to be an automatic first down. Hopefully Tyler is okay. Forbes, the rookie, absolutely hit him at the part of the helmet too. That's that soft side of the head is where you're really vulnerable for those concussions. And that's right where he helmeted up on as he hit him right into that side of that point of the head. They're going to have Tyler take a look at here. He'll walk off the field. But and Forbes is lucky he's not being considered to be ejected on that, to be honest with you. I'm never in favor of them ejecting guys, but, you know, he's launching himself and initiating contact with his helmet. So I don't, yeah. At least they called the penalty. At least they didn't wipe that off and go, no, he just hit him well. It was just a real solid hit. He really struck him. All right, so 1st and 10, Tyler over to the sideline. No doubt going through a little of the concussion protocol there to see if he's not dinged. A scary moment there in this game. The rain is, and they are ejecting him. Bye-bye, bye-bye. Good effing bye. Get the out of here. Get the out of here. Get the out of here. Get him out. Get him out. Look, I'll say it with the top. I'm not a big guy of seeing people that are ejected. I'm not a big seeing this rule put in. But we've been cut by this rule on the other side of it, which means we have to play that way. They got to play that way. We had Quandre Diggs a couple of years ago in the New England Patriots game, and like the 4th play of the game, come through and lay a hit that was probably very close to that hit, exactly almost, not in the same way, but with the same kind of force helmet. I think even Quandre led less with his helmet, to be honest with you. We got a pitch play on 1st down here. Walker, again, no real space here. Early penetration. He's got to dance around the early penetration just to then recapture the edge and grind himself out what might be a half yard. So Emmanuel Forbes, the 1st-round pick for the Washington Commanders, their outside cornerback, will be escorted off the field. And the 12th man, of course, showing their class by no one throwing anything, but they are letting him know as he walks down. They're giving him the hook sign. That's my Pacific Northwest brethren right there. We got 2nd and 10 there. Geno dropping back to throw. They're going to throw a little screen play that's tipped up and nearly intercepted, bounced up and nearly picked. Dangerous little play as the Hawks continue to struggle to run any kind of screen game here. Let's see how they had this set up. Lewis gets out. Man, Lewis is on his guy for the first time. And Cross's guy coming off the edge just gets Hill, just gets back in the play. Cross can't quite widen him over through the edge of the arc there to get him out of the way of the screen and where it's going. 3rd down and 10 for the Seahawks. Geno dropping back to throw. You can run it. Gets it out to JSN. JSN is they're going to have this ball down. It looks like a fumble because he's trying to reach to extend for the 1st down marker. They'll have it down. He's going to be 1 yard short of the 1st down. I'm guessing Coach Carroll probably takes the field goal here. Great job by JSN to try to work after the catch and extend him through, but it's a good spot by the official. His leg's down a half yard there. Yeah, let's see Big Balls Pete coming in the house today. 4th and 1, Pete going to go for this here. What did they do? Interesting. Hawks 3 for 8 on 4th down conversions. Charbonnet in the backfield, stack front by the Commanders. Bobo goes in motion. Geno's going to take it right up the middle. And he gets the 1st down, but it looks like we're going to have a flag. I didn't see the flag, what it was for there. Delay of game. Okay. All right, get the punt kicking unit out. Oh, kitty. You believe what was that? How do you not get to play in? I don't know. How did they not get to play in? I don't know. I'm not making any sense of this at all. I know. Me neither. Me neither. Myers with the 45-yard field goal attempt. The hold is down. The kick is up. Ben Myers sails it through the middle of the uprights for 3 points, and the Seahawks climbed to within 3. Okay. Okay. All right, we're going here. We got something. Herbert says Jamal had kind of a bad angle on that. Yeah, that was pretty poor all the way around, to be honest with you. It was Jesus. What the hell, What the hell? Brandon Taylor, thank you for the $2 donation. Good to see you in the house, brother. It says, JSN fired up early. Love to see it. Go Hawks. Yeah, JSN out there playing with some fire today so far. You see him out the first bubble screen. He got that play. Maybe looks like a play we've been getting 4 or 5 yards on, stretched it out to a first down gain. And then on that, got the third down conversion there, catch on that other play, and then came back down there and nearly got them, stole them a first down there. On a throw where if Geno's able to put the ball more on the money to him there and, really get him a chance to get the ball in his hands quick there, he might actually get to the first down marker, but he's got to first jump up, readjust to the catch, and then he's able to kind of scramble to get to the, near the first down space. But it's great to see JSN going fast here and just fitting right within just kind of the flow of the offense. That's for sure, Brandon. Tyler's out. Yeah, I would guess this is, that definitely looks like a concussion kind of hit there. I hope I'm wrong. Our Levis, thank you for the $10 donation, Mr. Levis or Miss whoever. Levis, thank you for the tenner. Says, I'm fine with penalizing those hits. I just want parity between the offense and defense. There should also be a penalty for when the receiver back actions because the helmet-to-helmet contact. Oh, yeah, that's and that's one that's on the books that they don't call, right, Levis? Where there's technically the running back rule where if you lead with the crown of your helmet, you will, you're supposed to draw a penalty from the officials. The officials don't call it. I will say they do like they did this with Josh Jacobs last week where he did that typical, went right through the B gap, lowered his helmet, lowered his shoulder, and they ended up finding him for it after the fact, but they don't get penalized, to your point on that. You never see the penalty called to the other side. Me personally, I'm okay if they want to keep in the penalty but remove the ejection, I'm okay. Because I think that the 15-yard penalty alone is enough usually to kind of dissuade people because there's also the fine that can come in even if they don't, that's not enough of a clearance of a penalty situation. But if the rule's on the books, the rule's on the books too. So I'm one of those guys that I don't necessarily agree with this rule being there, but if it's there, then we all got to operate within the confines of it. And that was definitely outside that confines of that deal. But Levis, to your point, defenses, what in the hell is that guy doing? Did you guys see the kick off? The kick returner brings it back. Some Seahawk was running straight down the field for some reason, acting like the ball wasn't returned. Okay. Whew. What, I hope somebody else saw that. What the hell was that? It's being run to the left side, and you see one of our guys just keep gunning past down to the end zone like he thought it was a fair catch, and he's going to hype up the crowd. Woo. All right, so the Commanders take over at the 29-yard line in their own territory. Hal back at shotgun. He's going to give here to Robinson. Robinson drug down. Jaron Reed with some early penetration, and then Boye Mafe, it looks like, was able to finish things up. But thank you, Levis, for that tenner. And I agree with all your thoughts on it as well. And at the start of it, if they wanted to take it out, less penalties will never be something I don't argue for in the NFL. Especially in ejections, they're tough. 2nd and 10. Hal dropping back to throw here. Pressure. He's going to get outside the pocket here, throw it back, and find a man as he's just about to get the line of scrimmage. Terry McLaurin there for a first down. Good job by Hal to buy some time there and keep his head up the field. First down to 10. Skins on the 42 in their own territory. Hal, play action pass, dropping back. He's looking to take a shot. He's going to try to take a shot there. Witherspoon almost with an interception. just able to knock it away. Says, why are you going to test me? He's letting everyone know. Witherspoon playing some off coverage there on Terry McLaurin. McLaurin's going to run a little stop route. And Witherspoon jumps the route and probably should have picked that one off. Second and 10, but good play nonetheless there by Witherspoon. Al, going to throw a bubble screen outside here. Wrapped up. Nice job by Tariq Woolen to get off the block there. He mucked up that play if he wasn't the guy to bring him down. Maffe's been the guy coming up on cleanup patrol here. He did what Jaron Reed did it there just with Tariq. These guys are getting early penetration on these plays, and then he's coming up and showing good hustle to kind of finish it up. 3rd down and 9, 6:42 to go here in the first quarter. Skins up 6-3, or Commanders up 6-3. My bad. Allen shotgun. And that will not be the last time I say that today, by the way. You guys can get mad at me for it. We got a false start here on the flag here. Looks like the 12th man effect coming into play. That away, Randall. That away, Randall. We got 3rd and 14. Appreciate you for that, don't know, Levis. I hope my power doesn't get knocked out today. We got wind blowing. Winds are blowing. The winds are blowing. 3rd and 14. Hal and shotgun. Dropping back to pass. He's got some time to survey the field and look through here. There we go. Nice job by Jamal on that play. And he'll get him for a short stop. And they'll bring up 4th and down. Good job by Jamal there. Hawks get a ball back. Sanchez, thank you for the $2 donation. Says Gino is going to Geno's. We'll get the good side of it too. It's coming here soon, Sanchez. I promise. Maybe not next. Maybe the drive after the next. It's coming. It's coming, man. I swear. It's on its way. Here's the punt. Good punt. Boy. That thing drove DJ Dallas back to the 15-yard line. The past couple of weeks, we've had some punters just launching some leg rockets. We got to test these legs out for intercontinental freaking applications. MJ Seahawk, thank you for the $5 donation. Says, how do you not get quarterback sneak play in? Delay, this has to be a joke. I would reckon to guess what Coach Carroll's going to say because he's going to be asked about it. He's going to say, well, we just weren't sure what we wanted to do, and we were tossing back and forth about what to do, and we turned it over what to do, and we took up all the time on the play clock to decide what we were going to do, which, to your point, is frustrating to me, MJ Seahawk, because I think you're thinking in that moment as a coach, if we get this close, am I going to want to go for 4th down? Is this 2-down territory for us if we get it within a yard, a half yard, within a quarterback sneak play? And you should really be kind of calculating that math, in my opinion, before the play as the head coach. That's part of the reason I say at times I want the head coach to be head coach and not a play caller, is because those are the things that you should be anticipating in what's coming up ahead of it. And I'm making a wild guess on it. I don't know, but we will find out an answer to this. And I think that's what Coach Carroll's going to say. And it's kind of a silly answer. Why aren't you thinking about that prior to the play? You're not the offensive coordinator in that moment. You're not caught up in the play string you're trying to get through to set up a defense. You're just watching the game being the coach. You've got to kind of think about what you want to do there. It really is. Yeah. It's not a good look on the coaching staff in that moment, MJ Seahawk. It's a bad look. And hopefully the game doesn't come down to 4 points or whatnot on this. But thank you for that $5. A joke is right on that. This is kind of coaching one-on-one that you'd be thinking about that type of stuff. I would, and I'm an idiot. Silence, thank you for the $2 donation. Says, what's up, Brandon? What's up? Go Hawks, go Hawks. Time for a bounce back. Bounce back time, man. We'll get it. We're just finding our footing. We're getting it. Slow foot find. That's all we got going on. We got this. But how you doing, man? It's good to see you in the house. Snail, thank you for the $2 donation. Says, I don't mind the ejection if they knock the wide receiver out. Yeah, that was a pretty brutal one. As I was watching it, you could see, I mean, he pretty clearly launched and turned himself into a, spear basically midair. And that was, pretty quick. And Locke is back out on the field. Let's go. All right, so Locke's okay. But that's going to get you ejected. Rook's going to have to learn on that one. First and 10 from the 15-yard line. Geno under center here. Play action pass. Gets it back over to Bobo. Bobo clipped down very quickly for a very short gain. Props the Hawks here, doing a little bit of that play action post formation where you got the guy going back across the formation. The Commanders are on it right now. But the way the Commanders are playing it in itself right now can inform the coordinator on, okay, where can we adjust off of this now if they're pressing these routes to this side? The give is going to be to Walker here on second down. Walker with a nice job of bouncing through the hole there. He will carve himself out about 4.5, 5 yards. And this will be a 3rd and short. All right, Waldron, what do we got? You have all options in your playbook here. Geno and shotgun. Bubble screen to DK Metcalf. Love it. And DK is going to get the first down. Nice job, Bobo, out there blocking his ass off. And DK able to have enough time to make that catch and just get right upfield, not have to deal with penetration getting back there. That's where that up man is so important, of course. The guy that's blocking the guy that would be essentially DK's man who's going to try to press in there. It's a 3-yard game, but you need a first down here. Let's get a little momentum going here offensively. And there's a manufactured touch for DK, which I like the offensive play calling so far here from Waldron. 1st and 10, pitch play out to Walker. Walker takes it wide, and he's going to get himself a gain of about 3 yards or so. .320, 3:18 to go here in the first quarter. 3 wide receiver look for the Seahawks. Inside give here to Walker. Walker looking for some space. Not much space to be found. He checked to see if the outside was open. It wasn't. Cut it back up inside. Was able to get just a couple yards. 3rd and 5 here. Geno and shotgun, 3 wide receivers to the far side of the field. Dropping back to throw. He's got protection. The ball will be knocked away as he threw it to DK Metcalf there. Tried to layer one in there to DK. Benjamin St. Just in coverage. He's definitely being real. They let him, with DK down the field, they definitely let those corners get real physical with them when it gets into those kind of situations. I mean, it's like the old Shaquille O'Neal rules. They used to let, guys get super because he was just so much bigger than the other guys. It's definitely on the borderline there, but nice hit by Love there as on the special teams tackle. Washington will take over. Geno had time to throw there, so if Fant was open person and he missed a read there, I mean, he had time to go through his reads and his looks there. Snail says Geno could have walked the 5 yards for that first. He's definitely not interested in using legs. We saw it on the throw he did to JSN. He's definitely here trying to got to steal a couple first downs a game with his legs. I think that's well put. Sanchez, thank you for the $2 donation. It's hard to take Washington serious when they paid Barton. Yeah, it definitely doesn't speak well to the evaluation process. Looking at that, going there's our middle linebacker, there's our guy. Let's give him what they give him $5 million, something like that. Jeez. Keldon, thank you for the $2 donation. It says Brock Purdy with a 148.9 rating today. How about it? Hey, bounce back game for the Niners, and a big win, 10 a.m. on the road against Jacksonville, and blew the doors off Jacksonville. You get back Trent Williams, get back Deebo Samuel. Wow, look how different the offense looks. And as I say, if that team can stay healthy for where it is, it's hard to match how good they are if they can just keep the health of those kind of top end guys, the guys they need at the front stack. They can keep those guys rolling. How tough they are to play, and they're legitimate if they're at that healthy spot. No doubt about it, Kelvin. No doubt about it. But that was a great win too, and definitely took it to that Jacksonville team. There wasn't no, well, the official gave it to him or something like that. No, you took the win. No doubt about it. So congrats on that. Congrats. That's hard for me to say. And my Seahawks need to get it in gear. Jeffrey Thistle, thank you for the $2 donation. Another $2 donation. Sorry, can't speak all of a sudden. It says, I believe I said expect dumb things to happen. I think you did. And I think we should. And I think we may need to here in the future a little bit. The offense definitely, I like the play calling so far. Execution, not so great. Team continues to struggle to find holes in the ground game, and I don't know, I'm going to be very interested to look at the all 22 of that throw to DK and see what was going on in the rest of the field, because he had time to still go through his progressions if Fant was indeed open. A quick little redirect screen here, nicely done by the Hawks, and covering that up with Jordan Brooks and Devin Witherspoon. Washington trying to do a little bit of that Cleveland Browns, fake going this way with the bubble screen, come back that way with the bubble screen. Seahawks on their P's and Q's defensively with it on that play. Second down, 1:55 to go here in the first quarter. Hawks down 6-3. Hal under center. 3 wide. Wide zone, outside run to the left. Oh, goodness. Gibson took a shot. It was his own man who got thrown back into him. He was running full speed, and all of a sudden his man, I think Bobby Wagner, threw the lineman at him. The running back's looking back for the replay on that, like, what the hell happened? I wish they would show that. That'd be a fun play to go back and watch, because I think Bobby's engaged with the lineman and then just pushes him into the place where the running back's going and just knocks him off his feet. 3rd down and 3. 4 wide here for Washington. Quick little play, throw into the flat. Jamal, another missed tackle after the catch on Gibson. First down. Jamal had to cover up and rally fast from the safety position to get to the flat. Jamal's got a couple whiffs on these missed tackles too, man. They're just full-on whiff-taculars. 1st and 10. Back in shotgun is Hal from the 41-yard line. Quick throw out into the flat to the tight end, able to keep his feet, maybe get nearly a 9-yard gain on this play. Hawks struggling again today to tackle. Yeah, an injury on the field. Oh, it's the end of the first quarter. So we've got the end of a first quarter there that is kind of a bumpy one here on this first stanza. We can get engaged here. Hawks down 6-3. Defense hasn't been bad. Offense hasn't been bad. Nothing just like good. Jeffrey, again, thank you for that donation. Silas McDonald, thank you for the $5 donation. He says, Shane's first couple script drives always seem to be pretty good. Once he gets to where he has to call stuff on the fly, the offense starts to crumble. I think that's a fair assessment, and that certainly has been a startlingly clear thing of what we've seen the past few weeks, Silas, and how it's played out over and over again in these games. The start to the Bengals game where you had a couple of drives there, I believe, and nothing then kind of further. The Browns game, to your point on that, and yeah, even the Ravens game. But I think that's a fair assessment of Waldron at this point. Adjustment, plan B. Where are those two things in your arsenal as an offensive coordinator? And they're very key, instrumental, in fact, to being a successful offensive coordinator or defensive coordinator. You know, you can't just get by with a plan A in this sport. Teams are going to adjust to you. Teams are going to come up with creative game plans to take away what you want to do. How do you attack back now as the counter? And that does remain the spot with Waldron that we have to see him come forward with. And does, I believe, remain a valid question mark, Silas. Thank you, though, for that $5 donation. I appreciate you for that. Megan, thank you for the $2 donation. Play calling improved, or am I dreaming? No, I would believe that the play calling is improved. I know that the results haven't been great here out the gate, and big part of this is going to be on, like I say, that reviewing a little bit of that tape on that Geno play with the throw to DK Metcalf. You know, you got a 3rd and 5. Did you have an easy first down to go down there and go take? Did you have a Noah Fant open on that play you could have thrown to? Because now that comes down to Geno on plays like that. Waldron gets you into positions to get you into 3rd and makeables. That's a 3rd and 5. The early part of this offense has been getting him from a quarterback position into 3rd and makeable situations. So, you know, the offensive coordinator's kind of done his job to get you in those spots. You've got pass protection, for instance, on that play. You're not hurried or rushed. That's to me solely really to the Geno on that one at that spot. But I'm seeing a commitment to the ground game. I'm seeing pitch plays to the outside. I'm seeing a use of the bubble screens. I'm seeing post motion snap back across the formation, which has been completely startlingly absent the past couple of weeks. And so I do like the approach offensively, Megan. If not that maybe we're not getting the results, the approach to me is at least sound in my opinion. Thank you though for that $2 dono. All right, back under center's Hal, play action pass. He's looking deep. He wants to go deep. He's going to come back underneath here. And Jamal Adams with a nice tackle this time. Able to stop the man in his tracks. Jamal getting chippy. A little bit of back and forth chipping between him and Brian Robinson. This will bring us up to 3rd down now. Jamal probably a little frustrated out there with some of the missed tackles, with some of that fieriness. And I already know the chat's like, well, why does he bring some of that fieriness to his tackling? I know. I don't even have to look at my chat. I already know it's somewhere there. It's somewhere there. 3rd and 2. Hal and shotgun. 2 tight end look here for the Commanders. Hal dropping back to pass. Ugh. Wide open tight end in space. Logan Thomas. Nobody picked him up in coverage. I think the Seahawks must have been buying in all the way to run there. There's a little flood zone, not a flood zone concept, but this is what teams do to attack you with a zone coverage. You run the first defender to pull Bobby in. Logan Thomas runs past. Bobby can't get back to Logan after he's already picked up the first guy. It's a first down. It's a simplistic method to attacking this scheme when you can anticipate zone coverage so very often. 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. Hal dropping back to throw. He's going to whip it out here to the right to there's a tight end there, and he'll make the catch and go down. Or big ass running back. A gain of 5 yards. I don't know, 40. I probably should. Second down and 6. $13 to go in the second quarter. Washington on the 31-yard line in Seahawks territory. Hawks bringing a lot of people up around the line of scrimmage. Outside zone run to the left. Bobby Wagner and Draymond Jones in on the play. That'll be a negative yard gain, half-yard loss there. Draymond Jones being very active here early on in the run game. On a few of these snaps, looking good. So bring us up to a 3rd and 7 now. Three wide, 4 wide. Shotgun for Hal. It's going to be a screenplay here. And right through, boy, Hawks defenders now have had a couple times balls right in their hands. Jordan Brooks wasn't expecting it. He's coming up to rally for the tackle off the screenplay, but the ball's overthrown by Hal and right into the hands of Jordan Brooks. No, that would have been a tough play. He's not getting that. It was tipped. It was tipped. That'd be insane to catch. I take everything back. I'm sorry, Jordan. 4th down and 7. This will bring up Mr. Sly, the kicker, Joey Sly. He's 12 of 16 this year with a 61-yard long, so he's got the leg for this. The kick is up, and the kick is good. 9-3. Washington Commanders take the lead here in the second quarter. We'll see what the Hawks offense can do to counter. Give me just 1 second, Thomas. I see you're doing. I'm going to get a little more coffee. I'll be right back. Thomas Cox, a longtime member of the channel, donated $5. Thank you for that, Thomas. Says, do you think Geno's problems are the reason why Waldron's game plan isn't good enough like last year? I don't think it's solely that, or even that's necessarily the major cause of it, really, Thomas. I do go back to a little bit of thinking of much like what we saw last week was a microcosm for the overall what we've seen on the course of the season, which is you're not able to run the ball efficiently. Your pass protection's not particularly good, and the play calling's not good with it, and Geno's not playing well with it. And it starts to become hard when you've got that 5-layer burrito of crap. It's hard to pick out which of the layers is the one that's really the one holding things back or causing a lack of fluidity on the offense. I think today, for instance, Thomas, it's harder to pair that as much now to Waldron. It's harder to pair that as much to the offensive line struggles. You do have still a little bit of the running game inefficiency where you're 5 carries and 17 yards on those 5 carries, but you're committed to it and you're staying balanced enough with it to keep the heat off of Geno's back as far as the pass rush is concerned. So this does become one more in this first quarter where you go, okay, Geno's got to play better in these moments, in these spots. There's some things here where there's some couple decisions in this game early on that you go, okay, come on. And so this one's hard to do that, but that's not been the case, I'd say, Thomas, over the course of this whole season. This has been more of, this is a game where you can kind of more put that on him. I think it's more fair to do so as it goes so far. We got 3 quarters left, of course, but and the Washington did start out with the ball in that first quarter, so it's only been a couple of possessions, but let's see how it goes. See how it goes on it, Thomas. It's for those all those going together for me, though. Shotgun look here for Geno. He's going to throw a bubble screen out to Jackson Smith, who's going to drop it. 2nd and 10. Thank you for that $5, though, Thomas. Appreciate you for that, man. Ask me the question again at the end of the season. All right. 12:03, 2nd and 10. Geno back in shotgun. Too high safety look here for the Washington Commanders. Charbonnet going in motion. Seahawks coming back to Disley. Disley's got a little bit of room to work here, still on his feet. Nice job by Disley. It looked like trouble. It looked like trouble there at the start. Seahawks taking a page out of the Browns offense there with a little bit of that. Looked like we're going to throw to the flat with Charbonnet to one side, come back to the screen game and Disley on the other side. Good job there, it looks like, by, was that Haynes, I believe, who was able to clear the defender out of Disley's way there to allow for this to set up. Nice job, nice call there by Waldron. Here we go. Seahawks on the 41-yard line. Geno's going to try change the play here. Jackson Smith goes in motion. Geno dropping back to throw, looking. And that ball will be knocked away. Looking to DK Metcalf. Ball will be knocked away. DK running a little of an over route. See, Geno's got to put that out to the sideline. He puts that back on DK, which allows the defender, Butler, the safety, to get back in the play. Geno continues to throw some strange balls to DK Metcalf. Put it to the sideline and let DK try to get his feet in. First down throw here to Tyler Lockett, who makes the catch for a first down on 12 yards. That's not on DK on that play. He's running the over route. The momentum's taking him to the sideline. He throws back to the leverage of the defender. First and 10, 10:42 to go here. Three-man backfield for the Hawks. Two tight ends. The Gibbs to Charbonnet. Charbonnet is going to get wrapped up. Mayo makes the tackle. Linebacker got through there. Second down and 9. Geno's going to run hurry up with an empty look here. Gets it into DK. DK still on his feet. DK fighting forward. They're ripping at the ball. First down. Stop route here for DK, just sits down in the zone. First and 10 from the 30. Throw out here to Charbonnet. Charbonnet will get drugged down. Nice quick throw, quick decision making by Geno here on these last three completions. Back foot, letting it rip. Trusting his reads, going with his reads and hitting it. 6-yard gain there for Charbonnet. Doesn't have to be anything fancy. Just take what they give you. Second down and 4. Empty look here again for Geno. Hurry up formation. Dropping back to throw again. This ball will be knocked down at the line of scrimmage. Washington sensing a little bit of that quick passing game coming from Geno and the company. And we've got a little bit of a scrum here between the lineman and Damian Lewis and a Washington defensive lineman. Geno almost able to get it through the sea arms of Washington defenders there as they were anticipating a little bit of that quick game. 3rd and 4. Shotgun look for Geno. Throws it under. Geno with an errant throw there on 3rd down. And I don't know. Something's, I guess, a little off. Is this tipped? Like, he throws it 1.5 feet out in front of Charbonnet on a flat route throw. I don't know if he's trying to lead him or what he's doing there, but Geno having a rough start to the day. He's had a couple of good throws in there too, but overall a rough start to the day here for Geno on some of these throws. Guys are open in moments and on some of these throws, and he's not putting it in the right spots. I don't know if he's playing tight or what it is, but I like the quick decision making on that drive. I liked, getting locked in that way, but there's also peppered in there then these throws that are just not where they should be. You got to give Charbonnet, that's a rudimentary throw for a quarterback in this league. You throw it, put it right on the running back, and you trust your running back in space to go get you the 4 or 5 yards. You got to trust your back to roll with that at that point. Barry Soy Toro, thank you for celebrating 27 long months, over 2 years as a Hawks Nest member. I really appreciate you for that, Barry. Says, can we start piling on DK, please? I can on the throw to the back where he's running the over route. I mean, piling on DK, you mean like he's bad, what, Barry? Because he's, I don't think he's a problem on this one. He should have, I guess, caught the first ball. I didn't get as much a clear look at the one that was the deep throw early in the game. It looked like the defender got his hands in there, and they let the defender get a little physical with them prior to the catch, which was going to make it harder. But he was, the one where he's running the over route there, Gino just kind of throws it behind him on the throw. He throws it, you got a trailing defender. You don't throw it into the trailing defender. You throw it where the guy's got leverage to the sideline and where there's no other defenders. So then he has a chance to get the toes down and get in bounds, and there's not even a threat of it being intercepted at that point. He sort of tried to put it on DK, like actually just on his body. I think DK's done okay so far. I got to look at that other first catch, I suppose. Barry, I'll have to check that one out and see where it's at. Oh my God. Woo! Sea Lord of Bravos. My God, my man. Thank you so very, very much. He just dropped in a $200 donation into the chat. Thank you so very, very much. I'm trying to get my Seahawks. Let's get the Seahawks chant for that one. Come on. Is it playing? Hopefully it's playing. Should be playing. But Sea Lord of Bravos, my goodness, my man. Thank you for the $200 donation. We got the return here. I'm going to get to your dono in just a sec because we got back into the action here. Nice little hit by Jarek Reed there. Knocked the man off his feet. Radigan finished it up. But Sea Lord, my gosh, man, thank you for the $200 donation. You're really kind for that. I just saying thank you is never seeming enough, man. When it's these big donations, I never know what to say as far as just other than thank you. I really appreciate you so very much for that. And, your donos help to go. Your guys' support helps to go for me being able to do this channel and run it 24/7 and make it my full-time gig. Make this what I do, where I do it all the time. So thank you for that. And again, I'm going to get your comment on it. We got the action going down here real quick. 9:07 to go here in the second quarter. 9-6 Commanders. Commanders taking over the 24-yard line here. Quick throw underneath. Devin Witherspoon again. Tight in coverage. Knocks the ball away for the second time in this game. Again, looking like a dazzling star on the rise here at the cornerback position in this game. Completely jumped all over that route. Washington has gone with a heavy amount of passing here early on. Only 4 rushing attempts to 15 passing attempts for Hal. Second down and 10. Hal back in shotgun. Hawks showing a blitz, fall out of it. They get back to the outside. Witherspoon does well. Ooh! Quandre Diggs comes flying up there and almost takes out Witherspoon. Manages to keep it to a relatively short gain. 3rd down and 4 here. Al, 12 of 16, 121 yards, 1 tutty. Most of that coming on that big broken play down the field. He's in shotgun here. Trips to the far side of the field. Blitz coming. Hawks back there. Hawks arrive. And that's Leonard Williams. Big Leonard Williams, the big cat. Don't get a penalty, you guys. Don't get a dumb penalty here. Let's back off. Get Darrell Taylor out of there. I do not want him at the center of anything. A little scrum after the play, but Leonard Williams absolutely beasts up. Just a pure bull rush. Pushes right past him into the backfield for the sack. Nice job there. Shout out to Bobby, too, with a little Dwight Freeney spin move in the middle there on the pressure. Hawks dialing up the pressure here on 3rd and 4, taking it to the Commanders' offense and Sam Howell, which you love to see. Here's the snap on the punt. It's a little high. Punter gets it under control. He'll send it deep to DJ Dallas. DJ Dallas has got some room to work with. Kind of takes some time to decide what he wants to do and then decides to get going forward up to the 38-yard line. C-Lord, again, man, I really appreciate your $200 donation. I wish I had more to say than just thank you on that or give you on that, man. I got to get you a T-shirt or something, man. So you got to hit me up for that with that big of a dono coming in the house as you have. He says, found your channel after the Russ trade, and I've been on board ever since. Your coverage of the 2 post-Russ drafts was without equal. The super chat is a token of appreciation for all the amazing work you do. Well, thank you so very much, C-Lord. You and I've got so many in this chat that put so much love to this chat. Allow me to do it. It almost just about gets me choked up because it's something where I get to do this every day. I get to get up off my pillow and I get to go and look. Last night I was doing the next great Seahawks moment video I'm putting together. I'm not telling you guys what it is yet. It's a secret. But I'm putting it together for the next deal, and I'm starting to put that and just I'm in the middle of the night getting to just kind of grind on tape and have fun looking back at old footage on stuff and tearing through it. And it's just a joy, a wonder, and it's crazy that I get to be able to do this all the time, 24/7. And it's, you guys like you and yourself and other folks and the way that you guys have done it that have allowed me to do this where I don't think there's anybody out there at 14,000 subs is able to do this full time on their thing. Everyone still has to do their side gig to accommodate it, but it's your guys' support that allows me to get here this fast. And I really, really, really appreciate it. And we're going to keep doing this. We're going to keep rolling here in the future. I got big plans on deck as we go forward, C-Lord. So I'm glad you found the channel. I thank you so very much for the $200 donation. Just an amazing support on your spot. Amazing support from all of you guys in the channel. And I'm truly blessed and really, really lucky to have so many folks here that, see what we're trying to do and resonate with what we're trying to do. And man, we're just going to keep this thing going in the future. And I'm so stoked for it. So man, bottom of my heart, thank you so much. And it doesn't ever seem like enough for the $200 donos, but I hope you don't. I do appreciate it. And man, thank you. Just thank you, man. Woo! Let's go, guys. Let's go. C-Lord, come in the house hot. Sanchez, thank you for the $5 donations. And by the way, C-Lord, I'm already cooking up for the draft coverage this year. So you think the last 2 draft coverages are big. Wait till you see what we got on deck this year. We're going to be going hot with that. I already got 100 guys under my belt scouted out. We're going to be going crazy with it again this year. No doubt about that. All right. The Hawks are going to take over with good field position. I guess they're going to mark it technically at the 36-yard line. Gino under center here. 2 tight end look for the Hawks. Play action pass. Gino dropping back to throw. He's looking deep, and he's going big money shot, big money time, big moneyville. And he can't get it to Lockett. Pretty good coverage. Benjamin St. Juste was close out there. Ball was maybe just a little bit overthrown on the play. It's another ball where Gino leads him deep. And from Gino's perspective, he's throwing again back into the leverage of the play there with the defender. You throw it to the middle of the field. There's no deep defender there. Second down and 10. We got a run up the middle for 5 or 6 yards. Lockett's running a deep post. So as he's running the post, you throw to the end of where the post is going, and Gino ends up having the ball drift back. I mean, it's a windy day here. Maybe it's a windy day on the field, but the ball ends up drifting back to the right instead of leading into Lockett's post route. If you think where the post route goes, it's like he led the opposite way from where the post route breaks. to the depth of the field, which is strange. Didn't give him a chance there. 3rd and 5. 3 wide to the far side of the field. Washington dialing up pressure. Geno's got to get rid of it. Throws it back behind DK Metcalf. He's only able to get about a hand on it there. Man, he had Bobo right underneath on that route. Why don't you go to Bobo? Sanchez says, I know Locke can get delay of games, missed throws, force it to DK just like Geno, probably better. It's going to be hard. I was struggling last week with it. I'm struggling with it today, Sanchez. I'm a Geno backer and believer, but we're stacking plays up here now. We're stacking up weeks of this now. What's going on? The blitz is coming there. You've got to get to it's like surprised by there's going to be pressure on this play. And then you've got Bobo there. That's got to be in the back of your mind. If pressure comes, go to the short route. Just go to the little drag route underneath. I only need 5 yards. And he goes for DK down the seam when there's no separation for DK on the play. It's indeed almost just throwing it into the teeth of the defender there. Come on, Geno. Come on. Thank you, though, Sanchez, for the $5 donation. Definitely frustrating. We had a little bit of a, I guess, false start on us or something, so we're going to re-kick this one. Or kick it again. 4th and 10 here. Seahawks' greatest offensive weapon, Michael Dixon, steps out onto the field. I kid. He sends out a punt deep. And that will be drawn in at the 19-yard line. Fair caught there, where the Washington Commanders will take over. Samuel Carlson, thank you for the $2 donation. Says, it's hard to be confident in Geno when he isn't. Yeah, it's hard to find a lot of confidence in his play right now. And he had that 3-play sequence where he threw 3 balls right on the money, right point, Tyler, and then into DK on the stop route, and then back to Charbonnet. And then you're like, okay, that's the Geno that we can see. That's the Geno that we want to see here. And then we get back to, It's getting harder to be confident. We're removing things that were things that we couldn't have in there before as much. And while the ground game's not great, you have made committed to it. He's got 2 quarterback hits through this half, so he's not been under an onslaught of pressure. He's, sitting at a 5-yard average, 67-yard rating, 10 of 19, hitting 50% of his completion percentage rate here. This, by game, I'm happy to parse out blame where there's blame to be parsed out, but Waldron's called a good game here. The pass protection is held up here. You come on, this is a come on, Geno. You get this cleaned up. Thomas Cox, thank you for the $5 donation. I appreciate you for that. Says, I know it's fantasy, but with the right team, would you trade DK for Caleb Williams if it was the right trade, or would you get Nix, Sanders, or Penix? I am still in on Caleb Williams. I don't think that I have him measured up at the same place that I did coming into the year, where I felt like he was on the level of Montana or Luck, or I don't think he's quite to that range of things, but I do think he's very close. And I love DK on this team, I do. But there's 2 things coming down the pike with this on the DK thing from my mind on this is, and I don't want to move DK, but if you're talking about Caleb Williams is what we get to get back in return, then you're kind of speaking to a place where I would be drawn to do that. I don't think Caleb Williams has been exposed this year or anything like that, as some fans might think with the year he's had a bad year, but that he hasn't had a Heisman-like year now coming back. The year before was kind of a one-off. He lost some guys to the NFL. The defense hasn't been good. The pass protection hasn't been good. It's put him under an onslaught at times. It's made him look worse, and he's had to carry the day. But yeah, if I could go get my franchise quarterback of the future in that guy, and as long as I don't have to give him a partial point of the ownership of Thomas to do it, Would I make that trade or put a package together for a trade like that and include that asset in it? Yeah, in DK, yeah, I would. I think that there's going to be there's a far higher upside with Caleb at the end of the day than there is those other three as it stands, in my opinion. First down and 10 here for the Commanders at the 19. Hal dropping back to throw. He's going to throw this out into the flat to Robinson. Robinson with the catch and gets upfield for a nice 4-yard gain. Robinson, a good one-handed catch there. Thank you, Thomas. That $5 donation, I think it's an interesting thought. I do think that there's no way that there's going to be a team that's, outside that they would just love DK there to be willing to make that move. I just think whoever's there was going to take Caleb and be just tickled for having the opportunity to be able to be there and take that pick, in my opinion. Barry Sotoro, thank you for the $10 donation. Oh, sorry, Barry. Let me get to it in just a sec here. Sam Howell in shotgun now. Give up the middle. Boye Mafe doing a good job of rallying around the back there to pull down Ryan Robinson for a short 2-yard gain. Barry says DK can't catch with his hands. It seems he only traps the ball with arms and body. Certainly not a great hand catcher. I'd say that's certainly, to your point on that, Barry, not his greatest strength. I think his hands have come along through the years. I will say, like, if it's the first catch, maybe that might be fair that he's got to bring that kind of ball in. We don't ever get to see any of those kind of contested catches where he feels like he ever reels them in on those kind of throws. 3rd down and 3 here. 3 wide to the far side of the field. Hal dropping back to throw. He's going to scramble out. Boye Mafe pursuing. Not a lot there. Boye Mafe did a great job of getting up, skied up into the air, and knocked the ball down as Hal was trying to throw it. And the defense continues to stand strong here through the course of this second quarter now. But that's definitely a part that I would say is a fair thing. For a guy with his catch radius, he is not able to utilize it as well as you would like. And like that first throw there, I think the other 2 throws, though, like you're throwing back across the body, and you got to, your momentum's taking you this way, and you got to catch this here, or he throws it back into the leverage of the defender. Like that to me is more quarterback related on those particular ones. But your point stands. I mean, those kind of throws, we just don't see a lot of. How many fade routes have we gotten with DK in the back of the end zone where he jumps up and just, rips it from a player? I can think of like 1 or 2 maybe in his career that he's done that on. And he's a good receiver. I'm not trying to say that DK still isn't a great receiver. He is. But, I think that part of his game to say this is the one thing where we don't necessarily get this part, I think it's a fair assessment after 4 years and watching him, go with it. But 2 of those throws are definitely not in this game on him. There's no way. I don't think there's any receivers on those 2 throws really making those catches in this league. Could be wrong, but those would have been tough. Thank you, though, Barry, for your membership and your donations and support. Art Vandalay, thank you for subscribing to the channel, Art. Welcome aboard the Hawks Nest. Venmo or Seahawks, thank you for the $2 donations. Is finally a 6th-man blitz, and it worked. Oh, my God, look at that. Not just the 5-man. And Venmo or Seahawks is referencing, of course, that the Hawks have slightly dialed up their blitz rate this year to something like 17 or 18% in the league, off of being like 30, 31, 32 in recent years. Though all of those blitzes are really built on the back of mainly 5-man pressure packages. And what many of us have been hoping for this week as we've been leading into it is a little bit more of a willingness to throw a bit more of maybe the 6, 7-man blitzes at play to really challenge the pass protections, to really try to overwhelm them, to get a free rusher coming. And they did it on that play where they got the sack there with Leonard Williams. Hopefully we can maybe get some more of that, feed me. Yeah, well spotted by you, by the way. Big Man Samp, thank you for subscribing to the channel, Big Man. Thank you, and welcome aboard the Hawks Nest. Brandon Taylor, thank you for the $5 donation. Says, did Gino forget how to go through his progressions? Does he not have a 2 and 3 look at DK, DK triple coverage, Bobo open, 1 read Gino all day? That's been a part of his game that's fallen back. That's surprised me this year, Brandon, that I didn't expect. A quarterback is not going to, maybe your athleticism wanes a year later, or your arm strength might be a little less strong, but you're going to be able to still go through the progressions as fast or understand how to go through them. And there's a lot of times, to your point, you're seeing Gino locking in on his first read and becoming obsessed with that first read and not able to come off of it. And that's looking like closer and closer the case. Again, going in difference to how he played last year through those 12 games where you would see the helmet turning through the progressions. you'd see him holding a safety in the center of the field to come back underneath. First down and 10 here for Geno, back under center here with the 3 tight end look, play action pass. Geno dropping back to throw. He's going to try to throw this somewhere. I don't know where we... I don't know if he was looking for a route adjustment from Fant there to go to the thing. Did Fant stop and he thought he was going to go? Okay. Second down and 10. Geno back under center here. 2 tight end look. Give us to Walker. Walker out in space. Nice run by Walker. About 6 yards. We'll bring up a 3rd and 4. The Seattle Seahawks today are 2 of 6 on 3rd down. Washington also 2 of 6. 4:18 to go in the second quarter. Seahawks down 6-9. Geno. Charbonnet in the backfield and shotgun. Washington showing a blitz. They drop out of it. Geno. Run for it. Run for it, Geno. Run for it. There he goes. Whew. He ran for it and got a first down. That's what you've got to do. Use your legs. You have legs. Utilize them. Things open up like that in front of you like you did in the pocket there. Looks like great job by Brown to get LaRon Payne out of the gap. And then a good job by Geno Smith to get up the field there. First down and 10. 3:33 to go here in the second quarter from about the 50-yard line. Lockett goes in motion. Play action pass. Lockett out wide. Lockett, a good job there. Nice. Lockett with some post-snap motion back across the formation. We've already seen that worked in a couple times this game nicely by the Hawks. It'll be about a 6-yard gain on first down, and he is out of bounds. Geno in shotgun. 3 wide receiver look for the Hawks. Inside give here to Walker. Walker out in the field, bouncing through. Jumps past a tackler before he's drugged down for a nice gain there by Kenneth Walker. First down. We'll give out a shotgun there. And then just sort of jumps past the defender who was pursuing him. First and 10. Geno, play action pass. Back out to Bobo. Bobo with the catch, drugged down for an 11-yard gain. First down. Clock continues to roll here. Just let this go down to the 2-minute warning. Maybe not. Geno in shotgun, 3 wide. Give his in back into Walker again here. He's going to take this forward for a 5-yard gain. And that will be the last play until we get to the 2-minute warning here. Hawks with their, I think, best drive of the overall of the day here so far. Walker now 9 carries, 46 yards for a 5-yard average per carry. Appreciate you too, Brandon Taylor, Feed Me Seahawks. Thanks for the subs. And Sea Lord Bravos again, man. $200 dono. You're amazing, bro. I appreciate you. I really do appreciate you. If you guys do get a chance, please hit that like button today. I also want to thank the sponsor of the show. Who's that? That's going to be Underdog Fantasy. They are sponsoring the Hawks Nest throughout the course of this season. And will be doing so on into the future here, hopefully. And if you click down in the description section of this video and you sign up for the first time there with Underdog Fantasy, they will match you up to 100% of up to $100. So $100 on me to you from Underdog Fantasy. There are some limitations that do apply, as in the state of Washington, there's some kind of heavy heavy nose on this there. Outside of, if you do go to a local casino, you can utilize the app from within there. But utilize my code today. Get $100 on me from Underdog Fantasy. Use the code NEST or just click that link down there in the description section. But thank you to Underdog Fantasy for sponsoring the show. As well, just a note, we will be doing, again, the Bleacher Report breakdown at the end of the game today. And got that in there. We'll make sure we got that prepped. So we'll be doing that today as well. We'll be bouncing over and directly after the game. So just want to give you guys a heads up at where we're at. As soon as the game ends, I got to pop over there like quick. To me, they want it. So you guys love to shower me in those donos at the end. And they're needing me over there quick. But we will be doing the post-game discussion as well after I do the post-game video breakdown at the Bleacher Report side of things. But you can, if you get a chance, you got to download the app. Just click it down the link in the description section. Geno in shotgun now. 2 wide, far side of the field. Gives into Walker again. Bounces out of the initial hole. Nothing there. Able to find about 1.5 yards, 2 yards there, where he'll be drugged down for a 3rd down. Washington Commanders will take their first time out. So bring a 3rd and 4 for the Hawks. 1:55 to go here in this game. All right. Geno in shotgun. Empty look here for the Hawks. Dropping back to throw. He's looking. He's got Colby Parkinson, who's ripped down. Man, nice tackle there by Mayo. Colby had a chance there, theoretically, to try to break through that tackle, and he just could not fight through it. Good, strong tackle there by the Washington defender. And I like that decision by Geno there. I mean, trust your player, see if he can make a break a tackle there in that moment. 4th down and 1, and are the Hawks going for this? Oh, wow, I guess we're going for it. We'll see if they try to maybe draw them offside here if they truly try to go for it. 4th and 1, 1:50 to go on the clock. Big balls, Pete, back in the house. He's got the big cargo pants on, you know what I'm saying? Got those wide leg cargo pants. 4th down and 1, Charbonnet in the backfield, Geno under center, DK goes in motion. We got a flag on the play. Peters tries to make his case that he was initiated offsides by the defender. This happened just last week against the Ravens. Peters got caught in a similar fashion. And he got called on it last week. They're going to call it on him again here this week. And that will change this play into being a field goal attempt now, instead of going for it on 4th down. If the offensive player is supposed to be reacting to the defensive player jumping off sides, it's supposed to be on the defender. For whatever reason, they're not calling that on that play. Here's the field goal attempt by Myers. He will put it up and through. 9-9 is the score. That's supposed to be, this is one where people will be frustrated with it, but that's supposed to be, if the defender goes like this and the offensive player reacts like that, then it's on the defender. That's the way that that's supposed to be called. But they've done this back-to-back weeks now where they've let the defender get away with and then our guy goes like this, and then they go, oh, the guy didn't do the first thing. That didn't occur. I don't know what to say on that. You're trying to get him to jump off sides. Geno hard counts him. They jump off sides. Your offensive lineman reacts. He's allowed to react if the defender does that. The defense can't just be there doing like this all day, like. You can't do that prior to the play. You can't do that. If you jump and you're trying to initiate, it's supposed to be offsides. I mean, they're trying to get him to jump there. They're trying to literally get him to do that. So I don't like that call in that moment there, or and putting it on Peters there. That's the lineman he's allowed to put a hand up if that's his reaction to do that in the moment to that. Did they call it on Geno? It was on Geno? That's my bad. I'm sorry. Supposedly it's on Geno. Sorry, I can't hear the telecast because I can't have the volume up for that stuff. So then that's my bad. Okay. Yep, you can't head bob. I strike it from the record. I strike what I said from the record. They called it on Peters last week, so I was a little sensitive to it because they got him on it last week when it was legit. But if they called it on Geno, okay. The old head bob. Can't be bobbing that head. Head bob bad. We've got a kick in the back of the end zone here, so Sam Howell and company will take over at the 25-yard line with a 3 wide receiver look with 1:47 to go on the clock. Quick throw underneath here to Logan Thomas, which will gain about 4 yards. Hurry up in effect here for Washington as the clock continues to roll. Sam in shotgun, dropping back to throw. Throws it out quickly into the flat to Gibson. Gibson, nice job by Love not to let him get away there. This will bring up a 3rd down and short. 3rd and 3. This feels like maybe a handoff here. No, 3rd and 3. Dropping back to throw. Coming back underneath. That ball will be tipped away on Dotson. Looks like Tariq Woolen was there in coverage. 4th down. Washington will quickly give the ball back to Seattle here. Nice job by Tariq Woolen. And you notice with his left arm here, he's going to keep the arm off for the most part, and off enough. He didn't drape it, which is what they'll get you for the left arm coming through, and made a play on the ball. Great job by the Hawks defense here in this quarter. They're giving our Hawks offense a chance here. They're giving them a chance to get this on right, get this rolling good. Hawks now do get the ball back after halftime. They have all 3 of their timeouts. Wow, we've preserved all 3 of our timeouts through a second quarter. Amazing. It's amazing and wonderful. First down and 10. Geno back in shotgun. Trips to the far side of the field. He's got time. Lets it loose to DK Metcalf up to the 44-yard line for a first down. Timeout Hawks. There we go. Yeah, just call the timeout. You got 3. Burn that one there. This is a great route. As you're attacking from a coordinator standpoint, you're attacking what you know to be probably cover 3 on the outside. You know that corner's in off coverage. He's going to play to depth. They don't want to give up a big play. So attack with an undercutting route there to get a quick, easy kind of steal a quick first down there from the receiving standpoint. I'd come back and even call another play like that here to see if Washington once again slides back into that kind of cover 3 look. Go take another 15 yards, call another timeout, and be right up onto Washington's side of the field. 3 wide again to the far side. Same look as before. Now he's coming up and showing a press on DK. Back in shotgun is Geno. Geno under pressure. Trying to bounce through. Bounce. And he's going to be taken down to the ground there. Finally corralled. He stayed alive for a while there. We do have a flag. Looks like there'll be a holding call here on the Hawks. In addition to that. Well, they're calling it on maybe Washington, according to Geno. He's signaling Washington. Officials talking it over. That'll be an automatic first down for Seattle. Let's go. Let's go. Holding on the Washington Commanders. Damn right they did. Damn right they did. I don't even know if Jonathan Allen meant to do that. 48-yard line, throw it underneath. There you go. Hits it to Charbonnet. Nice job by Charbonnet. Stay up. Drag down. Timeout. Little 6-yard completion. Seahawks are going to call a timeout with 31 seconds to go. Nice job by Geno to get that to Charbonnet. That looked like there was going to be some more pressure getting into the backfield there. And take that. That's where you want that. Just don't panic now. Don't make this worse. Get the 6-yard completion and grab what you can there on that at that point. Good on Geno there. They're smart move there on it. I know it's just a little check down. People, you got to get up the field here. You'd like to, but you don't want to take a sack there in that moment. You don't want to get inundated in that moment on that kind of play. And we have a Washington Commander on the field down. That's the outside, that's the defensive end for them. Starting defensive end down for them. Hawks won't have to use a timeout on this. This is interesting with this injury, is technically a timeout is added back to the Hawks because Washington, who doesn't have a timeout remaining, is going to stop the clock to get their player off the field here, and he looks in rough shape here. So Seattle preserves a little bit of time. That's an extra play here now. 31 seconds to go. They are on Washington's side of the field, probably about 5 yards, 6 yards from being in what would be functional field goal range. I mean, technically, big leg Myers got, he can hit it from behind the cornfield, you know what I mean? But you'd like to get a little bit closer. Second down and 4. Ball on the 45 of Washington here. Please, the Mac, happy birthday, please. Hope it's a good one. Geno in shotgun, 4 wide. Charbonnet to his right. Blitz look here for the Commanders. Geno picks it up. Adjusts the play at the line of scrimmage. He thinks that the linebacker's coming here. The give is up to Charbonnet. Charbonnet's loose in the open field. He runs over a defender with a finishing run there, and that's a timeout for your Hawks there now on that. That's where that extra preserved timeout's so huge here, because you run that play, he gets you 15 yards up the field. You can afford to run there because you have the 2 timeouts. So if it doesn't go good, you feel okay to go to that. And now you still preserve that one last timeout here. And they're now into the heart of field goal range here. Great adjustment by Geno. That's Geno going to the call of the run there. That's the adjustment he made. It was not a side adjustment on a line protection. It was to go to the running game. So, and Charbonnet just completely finishes runs like nothing else. He's so much fun to watch. He just puts that head down and he's going to hurt somebody. 1st and 10 from the 32-yard line of the Washington Commanders. Geno again in shotgun. Commanders showing a blitz. Drop out of it. Geno looking. There you go. Just throw it away. Nice job just getting it in. Just as dead in there. We do have a flag on the play here. It looks like this will probably be holding on the Hawks. Coach Carroll shakes his head. Oh, darn it. Phil Haynes, the perpetrator. Haynes got LaRon Payne over there. It's no easy fight for him. I think the alignment of the Commanders kind of screwed Seattle up. They thought one guy was coming one guy, and they just ran a little bit of a twist there. And it caught Haynes a little unaware there. Quick throw into DK Metcalf on 1st and 20. DK makes the catch at the 33-yard line. Hawks will call their final timeout here. You want to make that throw just to make sure that you can get it into the functional field goal range after the penalty took you back, which that does do that now. And we'll see if they call up a play to try to take a shot into the end zone here, or if they just try to make this a little bit more of a makeable field goal. I got a couple donations here. Sorry, we got a little bit of the action at the end, so I'll definitely get you guys' donos in just a sec on that. Gino and shotgun here, 2nd and 11. 15 seconds to go from the 34-yard line of the Commanders. Dropping back to throw. He's looking. Don't take a sack. Incomplete. Gino almost brought down on a sack and manages to throw it away there. Man. Go ahead and bring the field goal unit out. Yeah, it's a thrown ball. Oh, they're going to give him intentional grounding. Wow. So that'll take us to halftime on the intentional grounding call there by Gino. He couldn't take the sack there, didn't throw it away, and you get the intentional call. They're going to have the automatic runoff at that time, which happened there. Coach Carroll's making and pleading his case. Here's the officials, but there didn't appear to be a player in the zone where Gino was at in that first half. So, yikes. Thomas Cox, thank you for the $5 donation. Sorry, Thomas, took me a little bit of time to get back to dono on this one. We had a little bit of stuff going down there. Says, in this college football season, who is the Russell Wilson-like quarterback Seattle could look for in this draft season? Who would be the Seahawks quarterback? I think, Thomas, I have thought about this question. I think that it does come down to probably, just for me, a couple of guys. And nobody fits, what I'll say on this, Thomas, is nobody fits the exact comp to Wilson. And not just in the comp and being, well, who's a 5'10 guy that runs around and did. Not, let's just take away the size part, just the skill set, a big arm deep, ability to be a dynamic runner with the football, a lot of college football played, a lot of starts under his belt. So there really isn't a guy necessarily that quite fits that to what he did. I mean, Bo Nix would be kind of the guy, but Bo Nix, of course, doesn't have any of the improvisationalness that you get, in my opinion, that you do get from Wilson. They're very different in that part of their game, like diametrically opposed different. So he's probably 54 starts under his belt in college. You know, he's probably a guy that's got a very similar comp, a Jaden Daniels, with LSU and what he can do as a runner and with throwing the ball and some of the improvisation that he can work into his game that's a little more closer akin, I think, to a Russell Wilson at that point. He would be another guy that I would look to and say, those kind of guys, those two guys have kind of close comps, in my opinion, to it. There's not a pure guy. But those guys, and then maybe Riley Leonard is the third. Leonard would maybe be the guy that you could kind of say has a little bit of that same kind of panache to his game a little bit. But nobody that's pure Russell-like. There's some similar. And I like all those guys. Depending on where you draft them, Thomas, I think all those guys are interesting quarterback prospects. I definitely think there's a guy you could very much look to replicate what you did with Russell Wilson, to your point, with this draft of these quarterbacks, because it is such a deep class, in my opinion, from second round up through maybe the top of the fourth round. You've got a lot of different options peppered on in there that you can utilize, a lot of different stuff that you can take advantage of in there. It just takes John to kind of, fall in love with one and decide this is our guy right here. Thank you though, Thomas. Appreciate you on that. And I'll be definitely doing our deep dives on each of these quarterbacks as we lead into this draft. We're going to want to look at all these guys. Barry, thank you for the $5 donation. He says, here's a $5 for DK using his hands. Thank you for the $5 donation, Barry. And how about that? DK coming back on that in-cutting route there and getting that ball caught up here high, two-handing it. He can do that occasionally, but I think your point on that still stands on what you said earlier, being that, is he kind of that, does he have the shades of Calvin Johnson? Not being Calvin Johnson as a player, but those Calvin Johnson catches he could make where he was really getting the most out of his big, large build. He was really maximizing his size. And I don't know with DK if we're always getting a maximization of his size. He's a big guy. He's a problem out there because of his size. But with his catch radius, sometimes you're not always seeing him able to really, I think, take his full well advantage of that. Some of that's too been the quarterbacks throwing the balls because sometimes he doesn't get as good a placement on these trust throws as you'd like to see. But I think that viewpoint of it is correct. I still love DK though. I don't want to seem like I'm shading him. I still big time DK believer. I'm a believer. Oh, don't cry. Bear with me, folks. 1 sec. I'll be right back. I'm a believer without a trace. Okay. Let's figure this out, folks. Let's figure this out. Cameron with a $5 donation. Thank you, Cameron, for your donation. Says, I can't keep defending Geno, Brandon. At this point, he needs to defend himself. I hope he plays better in the second half. I am so frustrated with him. I'm very frustrated with him as well. I have, I do stand on where I looked on this, where you kind of dose out and parse out, blame. But, every game is new. Every game is different. Every game has different reasons for things happening or not happening, or there being success or not success. And when I look at that, that was a weird commercial on this thing, throw me off there. Jesus, strange commercials. But when I look at this first half, I see Shane Waldron doing a good job with the game call he's calling. I see things that I've asked for from this offense in recent weeks being instituted. Commitment to the ground game. You got 13 rushing attempts. Could there be a little more commitment there? Maybe. I think you ran it pretty good for what there was to run there with. The use of motion, both pre and post snap motion's been pretty good. Pre-snap motion's still been but post-snap motion's been much better today. Rollouts of Geno, play action with Geno. These things are things we've wanted to see from Waldron as far as his improvements go. And the line with it today, I think, has been better. It got a little bit worse there as I think that half finished up, but 3 quarterback hits in the first half. Not too bad for an offensive line out there doing what they're doing. And I think that they've done well enough. There's been times where Geno's had time in the pocket to make some determinations. Even on that last play at the end, he's got time to go through his progressions, determine it's not there, and whistle the ball through the back of the end zone. There's not that bump decision-making. It's like bump, and he gets caught in those moments, and then he's just stifled and confused and overwhelmed. And in that half, I saw it was up and down a little bit, but I think it is a little bit more down when I look at what he did through the half, where it's like, yeah, you got some good throws in there, but man, some real bad throws in there too. Some bad decision-making moments in there too. And at least he's been able to remove the bad turnover in this half. And that's a big part of this that Coach Carroll's been worried about, I think mainly is that, okay, when it does go bad, you remove the turnover, but that's kind of like a turnover there at the half. That's 3 potential points taken off the board, because you don't just decide coming out of that. Again, a determination you got to make when you're walking the line of scrimmage. You don't make it when you're in the middle of the play. You're going, okay, we don't have a timeout. I can't get sacked. We can't get a holding penalty, which is likely to happen if I hold the ball too long. I've got to get back to my back foot, make a couple reads through. If it ain't there, I've got to whistle it away. And as I say, it's got to be just like a drum beat. Boom, boom, boom. 1 read, 2 read, gone. Or 1 read, gone. Instead, he went 1 read, 2 read, and I'm going to go dance to the front of the pocket. That didn't accomplish anything doing that, and it's not a play you want him to be making there, where it's just get rid of it. It's fine. You got up the field. You got a field goal taken out at the half. You take the field goal, take the 3 points, come back with possession after halftime. This is the part of managing the game that you've got to apply from the quarterback position. And that's the part where Geno's not always doing that in these spots. And it's just more reactive to what's happening around him more than there's like a plan of attack in my approach here. It wasn't all that way to the half. I don't want to paint the whole portrait of it was bad. But, he threw out 150 yards. He's on pace for 300 yards passing in this game, but there's a reason he's got a 74 rating on this. I would estimate probably his QBR is not particularly much better if we were looking at that standing of it. And it's because, there's some rugged road here on this. And it's not necessarily other things causing it. So I'm with you, Cameron. I've been a big defender with Geno, but I'm not going to defend when the other things are cleared up and you're still not progressing through. You should have more than 9 points at halftime against this defense. And I'm not trying to I expected it was going to be a tough fight. I expected Washington would give us a fight, tough battle, but we have another game here where the defense is certainly giving them opportunities and chances. You remove that one play from the defense on the game-breaking opening drive there for Washington for the touchdown. They've been great. They're giving you the chance. They're giving you the shot. Sanchez, thank you for the $2 donation. Says, welp, here we are. 9-9, eh? No playoffs for us. We'll see. We'll see, Sanchez. It's a long game. We'll see. But definitely when you see where our play was last week, you look at what the Niners did against Jacksonville that last week, as we say, is this a team that's contending this year? It's harder to be in that spot of contending when you don't seem to be able to really show what signs you'd look for to be that team. Not that they won't make the playoffs. They indeed will, I think. But, we're waiting for them to be taking that step forward. And I think the fan base is definitely impatient to see that step coming forward. Brandon Taylor, thank you for the $5 donation. Says, Jaden Daniels is pretty close to Russell Wilson, right? Feels like he's underrated in the draft talk. Very much, Brandon. I think that one is, I think, maybe the closest one. I'd have to and part of it is that I've looked at a lot of tape with Jaden Daniels and Knicks, but I want to do that final kind of fully look through on the tape to see who's the guy that might be the guy more readily fixed to being Wilson-like, or that they can provide the same component to the offense that Wilson could. Jaden Daniels at LSU does not have the greatest of talent around him, yet he's playing in the SEC. It's a little bit like, him dealing with not as major of a degree what Levis dealt with in Kentucky. He's got better talent than Kentucky did at LSU, but yet he's playing in this tough conference against tough competition every week, and he doesn't have the best of talent around him, and he's excelling, and he's a guy that's going to be in the Heisman talk. And I think that he has a really nice skill set where he's really fleet of foot, really mobile, can be an absolute dangerous player with his legs, and then he's got the NFL arm as well. Size issues are maybe the one worry with him. Is he going to be able to hold up with his build? But you can't deny he's having a great year, Brandon. Yeah, that's a great suggestion on your part. I think that certainly is a fit, that comp. Jonathan Salazar, thank you for the $2 donation. Says, are you there yet with Geno? Just horrible today. I'm going to get there closer and closer. But this is the first game that I can say, relatively speaking, that the major factors that have been the impediment to the offense have been removed. You have run the ball pretty consistently today. The pass protection has held up. Waldron has called a good offensive game. That's not the way that this has played out through the course of this year, though. Consistently speaking, those things have not been consistently there. Geno's play within that has also been porous, so I don't want to seem like Geno's off the hook on all of that, but that's why I've always said it's been more all of that. When I look at this particular game, I slide a little bit more towards Geno's side of things, saying this one is on you. This is one where you've got to be better, and that's not good enough. And if there's performances that like this that stack up, that's the case, then yeah, I will get there with that point on Geno. He's got too much talent on this offense to be struggling this much at times to find something to throw to, find something to he just seems sometimes in over his head in these recent weeks at times. And maybe it's the confidence thing he needs to capture. But the bottom line on it is he's got to play better. And we got the second half here kicking off here in the third quarter. It'll go through the back of the end zone, and the Hawks will take over the 25-yard line. So horrible today is, I think, I don't know if I go full horrible, but not good, bad. It's been pretty bad. And he sort of put an exclamation point on it with that last play at the half. I can't deny that, Jonathan. Like that's the kind of thing that's going to get stuck in people's craw, and I can see it, rightfully so. Rightfully so. All right, Seahawks will take over here at the 25-yard line, 1st and 10. Geno with a 3-man backfield, 2 tight ends flanking either side of him, and Walker right behind him. 5-man box here for the Washington football team. Walker with the give up the middle. Not much to be had there. He's going to manage to twist his way forward for 3 yards. Samuel Carlson, thank you for the $2 donation. Says, trade for JF1. I think he can be good in Seattle. Justin Fields. Okay, there we go. I was like, I don't know JF. JF, which one's JF? Thank you for the $2 dono, man. I appreciate you for that. I certainly am not a big Fields guy. Let me get your dono on the next commercial here with this. Walker up the middle here on this carry again on 2nd down and 7. He's going to get about 2 or 3 yards. This will bring up a 3rd and 5. I would kick the tires on a Justin Fields, but do I want to bring Justin Fields in to be my QB1 and he's like my ideal guy that I'm going to then have fight out with a rookie quarterback to be the starter? I don't know. I don't know if I certainly wouldn't mind taking a flyer on him and being able to buy low on him right now with where his stock is. But that might be a big risk I'm not willing to quite take on that other side of it. Geno in shotgun here, 3rd and 4. Trips to his left. DK to his right. Washington throwing a 5-man front, drops out 1. Geno looking, and he's going to be sacked. Nowhere to go, I guess. 4th down. I really wish they'd show one all 22 shot where you could see if somebody was open. Show this quasi shot. All right, Dixon out to punt. Low line driving kick. Ooh, Nick Bellore absolutely just smashed. I think he might still be, hopefully he's okay after that. I think Nick might be hurt after that. He's coming up with a holding that arm. He came up and absolutely demolished him. Jeez, what a play by Nick. But Samuel, I'd be open to it. I would be open to it. We'd have to kind of figure out the parameters of what would make it work. Like even if you got a Drew Lock and a Justin Fields or something like that fighting out and you're going just cheapy at the quarterback and you gave up like a 4th rounder or something maybe. But I'm very reticent on Justin Fields. I'm not giving up prime assets for him or anything close to that. I think he hasn't been given a fair shake in Chicago, but he might also not be particularly very good too. You know, both. And I'm not sure of that. And if I'm not sure, then I don't want to give up prime assets. But I'm open to it, Samuel. And thank you, Samuel, Jonathan Salazar, Brandon Taylor, Sanchez. Appreciate all of you guys' donation so very much. Just to get a note, put a little bit of scroller here on this. We got a post-game Bleacher Report I will be doing. You can get down the description link section below. You can download the app because you do need to download the app to see the stream. I will be bouncing directly over there as soon as the show ends today. So we go right over there, right as the show ends. I'm going to go over there and do the post-game stream over there. And then we come back to do post-game discussion here. You know, probably it'll be about 6 o'clock or so. We'll do the post-game discussion on this side of it over here. So if you guys can, I know we do get a lot of donos right usually at the end of the games to win, lose, or draw, but I'll feel bad if I got to sign off. You guys do donate at the end of the stream, so just want to give you a heads up if I got to cut out as soon as things kind of wrap up at the end of the game on that. But do please click that link down in the description section below. And I've also got it kind of scrolling beneath here. I'll pop that up and down here a little bit in the second half, where that's the direct link to the show if you've got the app downloaded. Appetus Fantasticus. Whew, rough opening road there for the offense. 2 runs right up the middle. We did 1 pitch play early in this game, and that was our 1 outside run for the day. Can't do any more of that. We've done our fill now. Run up the middle here for Brian Robinson. Bobby Wagner is there. He'll make the tackle. 2nd down. $12:29 to go here in the 3rd quarter, 2nd down. Commanders have lost another defensive end that was down the field in the second half. Is out for the game. Sam Howell being pursued here. And they're going to get Robinson up the field, and he is running free. This is just like the play early on in the game where the Hawks do not have anybody on the running back of the backfield. He takes it for like a 45-yard gain. There's nobody picking him up out of the backfield. What's strange about this, too, is that you're not bringing a blitz. Seahawks ended up with Draymond Jones out in coverage on Ryan Robinson somehow. What is a defensive tackle doing on a 4-man front? Sometimes things these teams do doesn't always make a lot of sense. I don't know why you'd put a defensive tackle on a running back running up the sideline, but that's what we got. Second down and 10 here for the Commanders. Deep in the Seahawks side of the field now. Brian Robinson with 108 total yards in this game on just 8 touches. Second and 10, going up over the top. That ball is not going to be completed to Terry McLaurin. You got Tariq Woolen there step for step with him in coverage. So bring up a 3rd and 10. Twelfth man getting loud in the stadium. 3rd down and 10. Howell shotgun. He's got a 4-wide look, 3 to one side, tight end to the other. Back to throw. Mafe with a sack. Mafe brings him down to the ground. Nice job by Boye Mafe. Let's go. Mafe getting back inside. Looked like he was initially stymied. It didn't look like a pure stunt. Or maybe just a delayed stunt. Yeah, it's kind of a delayed stunt on the play. And it completely works. Leonard Williams eats up the inside blocker. Mafe comes completely free. He really got upfield on the stunt. Rather than getting transitioned laterally off the snap quickly, he first went up the field and really got it sold like he was coming up the field there and then swooped back around. Nice technique there by Mafe. 47-yard field goal attempt here by the Washington Commanders. The kick is up. And the kick is good. So the Commanders take a 12-9 lead in a field goal fest here in Seattle. And that is the 7th consecutive game with a sack for Boye Mafe, as this young pass rush sensation is no longer in the making. He just is. Brian Stewart, thank you for the $5 donation. Says, hey, B, does Geno have less time in protection this year versus last? Why not more 3- and 5-yard tight end passes? You like Penix as a Hawk. Thank you for the donation. Appreciate you for that. And good to see you in the chat too, Brian. So does he have less time in protection overall this year than last year? Yes. Today, is that the case? No. Has he had a couple moments he's been under a little bit of harassment? Yes, but not where it's like the Ravens game last week or some of these other games we've had this year that have been pretty bad. Rams game was that way. There's been a couple of them that way. This has not been that way, though. I think he's got the protection in this particular game, Brian. When it comes to your question about the lack of tight end usage, I don't know is the answer I would say I would have to you on that. You have a little bit, I guess, better today overall. They've got 6 total targets in this game for 3 catches. Disley, 2 catches, 22 yards. Parkinson, 1 catch, 3 yards. And then you've had 1 target to Noah Fant. But I think one of the places that does remain here with this offense is that there does still seem to be a struggle this particular year in getting the tight ends acclimated into the offense, running fully and smoothly through. Part of the reason why probably the offense isn't working too particularly well at the moment. Do I like Penix as a Hawk? I do if we decide we're going to really invest in the offensive line. And if you're going to kind of trot out the type of offensive lines we have in recent history, you're more likely and more better. I hate using that word that way. You're better to go in the direction of a Nix or a Jaden Daniels type that can overcome pass protection woes, rather than going to a guy like Nix who might have better arm talent and more upside, because chances are you're going to get Nix beat up and injured with the kind of offensive lines you have put up together historically speaking. But if they want to put the commitment actually into an offensive line to suit and allow then Penix to kind of sit back there and just throw darts all over the field, then I'm okay with it. But if you're not going to do that, then no, because you're likely to see him get beat up, I would say. I do like Penix, though. And thank you, Brian. Appreciate the donation. It's very kind of you. MJ Seahawk with a $5 donation says, who scores a touchdown first, the Hawks D or the offense? Ooh, that's a tough one. Thinking pick 6 Woolen before the L gets in. I think we got another couple field goals in us, but I think we got a pick 6 Woolen here. That'll be our Teddy today. He'll jump a McLaurin route. Thank you for the $5 dono, though, MJ Seahawk. Offense is looking brutal. Brutal. Boy, that play by Geno already looming pretty huge, where this could be tied up now instead of down by 3 points. Geno in shotgun, 3-man backfield here, 1st and 10. He drops back to throw. Gets it into DK Metcalf. Metcalf makes the catch for 11 yards. 1st down. DK with his 5th catch for 54 yards in this game. Geno back under center now. 1st down and 10. Geno's changing the play at the line of scrimmage. He's got the time to do so. Coming up off hurry up. Play action pass. Geno looking. He's got time. Gets it out to Walker. Walker with some space in the open field. Walker still on his feet. Down the sideline. 20, 15, 10, 5. First down. Kenneth Walker. Let's go. Touchdown Seahawks. Whoo. Whoo-wee. Geno keeping his highs upfield here Good job by the pass protection. Just takes the throw to Walker underneath there. Bobo with a nice block there to clear him. And then Walker does the rest. So hard to bring down in the open field, especially when he's got a head of steam up. And the Seattle Seahawks will take back over the lead here as the extra point goes through. Boy, did they need that offensively. Did they just need a big play? Not a hard grind up the field, but just a game-changing play on this. And they got it from Walker there. Well, I've been banging on Geno today. Got to give him props there for not panicking in that moment, keeping his eyes upfield. And the offensive line doing a good job for pass protection. Rand in the cut. Thank you for the $10 donation. Rand says, Boye Mafe with his 7th sack in a row. That's right. 7 games in a row with a sack this year, folks. The man is moving to mythical status as we speak. We've got a star here in this kid. I'll tell you what, and whether you bring into play. So fantastic to see his development. Rand, no doubt about it. This is going to be a cornerstone player for us as we do go into the future. For all he brings to the field, not only as a sack master now, I'm not going to call him a sack master in training. We'll call it that. But then also absolutely fantastic against the run. He's leading the team here today in tackles, even more than Bobby, even more than Jordan. So having a hell of a game out here today. He's having a hell of a season so far. Also has a pass defense. Also has a tackle for loss in this game. Kid has been fantastic and just continues to rise. Just continues to rise. I sure hope Derek Hall can take this kind of same step next season with this kind of rise that we've seen from Boye. That'd be tremendous. Thank you, though, Rand, for that big, fat $10 donation. I appreciate you for that. Very kind of you. Very kind of you. Barry Sotoro, thank you for the $5 donation. And all is well in Seahawk Nation. And all through the night, the Pacific Northwest slept in a happy dreamlike state as once again the team was moving back to front. Thank you, Barry. It's not all fixed, but it does make it feel a little bit better. Rand in the cut with another $10 donation. Rand, thank you for the back $10 dono drop, brother. Appreciate you so much for that. It says K9, let's have it go. Hey, let's go. K9 getting that tutty. Got an offense struggling to get it in the red zone, struggling to get the drives finished off. Oh, F it. Walker did it Thanos style. He slipped his hand in that glove, snapped his fingers, and got us a touchdown. Let's go. Let's go, Rand. Woo. Barry Satoro with another $5 donation says another $5 for DK using his hands. DK gonna make me rich at this point, at this rate. Oh, goodness. Thank you, Barry. I appreciate all your donos, brother. And how about DK using his hands? Out away from his body, up here. It ain't full high pointing, but it's catching the nose, right? It's catching the nose of the ball. Thank you, though, man, for all your donos, bro. Appreciate you. You too as well, Rand, Brian. All right, so let's see if the defense can get maybe a little bit of momentum cooked up here now. We got a 1st and 10 here for the Commanders. Hal is going to take back over under center. The give is inside to the running back. He's going to bounce through for a gain of about 5 there. That'd be the nicest run of the day for Brian Robinson. He hasn't gotten a lot of carries. Second and 5. 9:18 to go here in the third quarter. Howland shotgun. Give is again going to be inside here. Oh, he's going to keep it. Keep a read here from him. Ball's fumbled. I think he's going to be down. We'll see if they call it. I think he was down. No, they're calling it Seattle. Seattle got the fumble. Let's go. I think they're going to call him down, though, on review on this. We'll see. It looked like the leg was down to me. This is one of those ones where the officials just call it because they know it'll be reviewed automatically. We'll see. Witherspoon in there trying to rip it out. And God, the camera angles sometimes. Can I get a shot, please? Okay, pulled out and that shot doesn't tell the tale. I can't see. Well, it's not conclusive so far for the 2 replays they've showed. So the booth is going to review this. I'm sure they're going to have 15 angles to look at, but Devin Witherspoon came in and ripped that ball free. So if this does stand, that's Witherspoon coming in there and making it happen at that point. Jamal Adams hugging him up, loving him up over there. Sam Al oddly was trying to kind of stay on his feet. And with Sam, he's a guy coming out that had the mobility he could lean on. But it was described as mobility that was Tim Tebow-like more than your Kyler Murray's, Josh Allen. It wasn't necessarily fleet of foot, just a hard runner. Almost like a fullback kind of mentality he brings. 1st and 10, Hawks are going to take over. The play's going to stand. Let's go. Hawks with the fumble now at the 48-yard line in their own territory. Chance to take control here. Gino, run. Just run, Gino. Run. Thank you, Gino. Thank you. We do have a flag on the play here as Gino's going to run it for about 5 or 6 yards. There's a hold on Seattle. Holding on the Hawks. They're going to call this on Damian Lewis. It's the 7th penalty for 45 yards in this game on their Seattle Seahawks as they continue to be a very highly penalized team. I would imagine we're going to come out the end of this again being a league leader in penalties. It's a tough matchup inside in there. He's got to hold on for a long time. Looks good there so far. Hands inside. That's ticky-tack BS right there. The hands looked really good to me. I didn't see him. Come on. Gino finds JSN out in the flat. He's going to go get the penalty yards back and a little bit more. Nice job by JSN there. Good job by Gino not panicking. Another movement there where you thought, oh, is he about to panic here? And he goes back to his first initial read that he closed off on. Second and 6 now. 14-yard play there for Seattle. Run up the middle and whoa. Jamin Davis just absolutely swallowed that run play up. Seattle, again, no utilization of the outside run today. Everything is going right up in the A and the B gap. And it seems like maybe the Commanders, especially with some of these linebackers, are kind of jumping these plays up in the middle of that gap, anticipating the runs. Yeah. Jamin just kind of quickly got through the hole. 3rd down and 7. Gino back in shotgun, dropping back to throw. Blitz coming. Gino surprised after the blitz. We got a flag on the play again. He throws it away. Gino completely didn't see the blitz coming there. Was not aware it was coming. So post-snap surprised him, and he ends up just rolling out and throwing it away because of it. Holding again on the Seattle Seahawks. Charbonnet on this one is going to get called for it. Yeah, you got to see. He's got to go to Fant down there on that. That's what annoys. This is the part where I'm going to get annoyed with Gino quick because he looks right there at Fant and then looks away from him. Put the throw right down on Fant there and take the freaking. It's a blitz. You've got to go to your hot route there. Really running the position clunky is Gino right now. Like this, he's playing this like a rookie a little bit in certain respects, and it kind of confounds me. He doesn't realize the blitz comes up. You can see the blitz coming. He doesn't pick it up coming. Then it comes late, or then he sees it late, and then he reacts to, oh hell, the blitz is about to come my face. Rather than go to Fant, throw it to Fant there. Throw it into Fant. When they're bringing that many extra guys, somebody's going to be open. Determine as a quarterback who the open guy is going to be. And it's not hard when they're sitting right in front of your face, sitting on a route that's 4 yards off the line of scrimmage. Throw it to Fant. He's even looking at him. It drives me crazy. And sometimes, guys, if you get timed out, it's by accident. Sometimes I've had mods got a phone in the pocket, or your hand. It's easy to hand brush past something and it happens. If it occurs, I'm sorry about that. Gregory Jones, thank you for subscribing to the channel. Appreciate you for doing that, Gregory. Welcome aboard. Dixon with the flop after the punt. Nice try by Dixon there. First and 10 from the 20-yard line for Hal. He's in shotgun. Looks to throw it quick over the middle here to Thomas. Thomas taken down for a 8-yard gain. Second down and 2. Seahawks with 241 yards passing this game to 171 for the Commanders. 319 total yards for the Hawks to 200 yards for the Commanders. 15 first downs to 6. Second down. Hal flushed out of the pocket here. Mario Edwards. Good job by Darrell Taylor to rally up and pull him down just short of the first down. Third down and 1 here. Two of 8 today are the Commanders on third down. They're going to try a keeper, and it looks like they got it. And let's go peace in the chat, please. Peace in the chat. Peace on earth. Please. 5:33 to go here in the third quarter. So fast moving first half. This is kind of slowed down a little bit this third quarter here. First and 10 for Hal, again in shotgun, where he's typically been throughout the course of this game. Trips to the far side of the field. Play action pass. He's going to look to come underneath here. And a great job by Trey Brown there in coverage with a quick tackle after the catch on Samuel. That'll go for no gain. Trey Brown almost knocked it out and then also drug him down after almost getting the forced incompletion. Good job defensively by Seattle there on the backside. Second down and 10. Hal in shotgun, 4 wide, drop him back to throw. Hawks pressure, flushes him out of the pocket. Hal's going to look out to the edge, and he's going to hit his man for a gain of about 7 yards there. Another third down and short here for them, 3rd and 3. Empty look here for Washington. That ball's going to be completed for a first down. Diami Brown with the catch there. A little slant route. Good throw there by Howell to put that out of the way. Trey Brown, again, very close in coverage there. Just a very nice throw and ball placement by Howell to put that outside of his outstretched hand. 3:11 to go for Commanders on the 44-yard line in their own territory still. Seattle showing a blitz, drops out of it. Howell's going to roll out to his left, throw it back, and incomplete. 2nd down and 10. Woolen has held up pretty good in coverage today. He gave up an early incompletion, and he's come on strong since then. Commanders really leaning into this passing attack in this game. If Carroll wanted to turn this team into a passing affair where, they don't run the ball or try to, it's 30 passing attempts to 9 carries. And so they've definitely gotten the Commanders into the direction I think they would want to stylistically here for this game. 2nd down and 10. Seahawks bringing a 5-man pressure package. Doesn't get there initially. Now it's going to get there, and down he goes. Bobby Wagner, and I believe that's Draymond Jones with the combination. Draymond playing a strong game here today. Maybe his best game as a Hawk so far. He's been a factor in the ground game and then comes through with a nice high-effort sack here on this play to bring this up to 3rd and 16. He got held, too, by the way. You had both the guys holding hands in their hold of him. Still get the sack. 3rd and 16. I guess we can't get an offensive hold call for us, huh? 3rd and 16. Howell dropping back to throw here now. He's going to look over the middle here and try to complete it. Bobby Wagner there in coverage. Knocks it down. 4th down and 16. Let's go, Bobby. The old gray beard still getting it done. Defense getting it done today. Got to give them props in this game. They have, absent 2 Brian Robinson catches out of the backfield, been outstanding. And Bobby making the play on the ball there, not going for man, going for ball. Just makes a great play on it as Bobby continues to have a really, really fine season. So here comes the punt. Let's see if the Seahawks can turn this into a 2-score game here. Another long driving kick, which will send Dallas back. He's only able to get it back to the 19-yard line where the Hawks will take over with 2 minutes and 1 second to go. 1st and 10. Yeah, B-Wag's having a good game. He's made a couple plays in coverage this year, too, for a guy that's supposed to be too slow to play, making any plays in coverage. He's had some moments he's shown up in that part. Let me get you a little rubby. I got you. I know it's itchy. So what does Waldron dial up here? He's mixed things in pretty well today. We liked Washington's been maybe a little bit pass happy, but we've got a little more balance, I think, than they do. Running game, 16 carries, 78 yards, almost a 5-yard carry. Bottom line on that. 1st and 10. Play action pass to Charbonnet. Get back to Charbonnet. Throw it back over there to him. Nope. He's got Lockett out there on the sideline. Nice throw by Gino. Right on the spot there. Beautifully put. Beautifully put there. Love it. Lockett with a real low-key, just crispy route there. Great body control. Moving in and out. Manipulating the defender. 1st and 10. Hawks on the 33-yard line here. 3 tight end look. Charbonnet downhill. Charbonnet lowering his head, keeping his hands on the ball, and that'll be a 1st down run for him. Nice job. 3 tight end sets looking good there. A lot of big bodies coming downhill. Pulled a lineman back across the formation, had the tight end coming in pre-snap motion. See there, the beauty of pre-snap motion is you can surprise those defenders with that motion player. They don't expect that to be the guy that's going to block them, and you kind of catch them off guard like Parkinson just did there. Disley with a great block on the second-level linebacker. Everybody did their job on that run. 1st and 10. Hawks on the 45. Another give inside to Charbonnet. Charbonnet dancing. He's starting to feel himself maybe a little bit here. A nice 10-yard run down into Washington territory here. Boy, nice little skip jump there in the backfield there to avoid defenders. Boop. bouncing past him, setting his blocks up nice there, and then finishing the run as Charbonnet does. First and 10, 15 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Lockett goes in motion. The give is into Walker. Commanders all over this. They're sensing Seattle's trying to lean in that run. They snuffed that one up in the backfield to Jamin Davis. There'll be a loss of about 4 yards there. That will finish off the third quarter, though, as the Seahawks maybe find a little more footing with their ground game, and they do take the lead in this quarter, 16-12. Jeffrey Thistle, thank you for the $5 donation. It says, national media on bad teams after the Hawks play them close. Are they contenders? Next week, bad team gets hammered every time. Well, it's just, Jeffrey, because we wear out those teams, right? We're like, we're wearing them out so much because, we beat on them with our physicality. And, once we did that, they were kind of worn down. And then just, next week, they didn't have anything left in the tank. They, they shot their shot, They blew the load that they had. They don't have no more loads. But that is indeed what they say. That is indeed what they say, Jeffrey. And hopefully we can break this chain, break this cycle at some point, man. Thank you for the $5 don't know. Appreciate you, though. Rand in the cut says, wearing my B-Wags with pride today. He has remained in this game a monster in the ground game and stopping the run. He's been that way through most of this season. He's been on it. A big part of why our run game struggles have turned around in the fashion they have this season. He's also had his moments in coverage. He's been able to show up and be helped. There's times in coverage you can get to him as well. I'm not saying that there aren't those spots where you do feel his age and his lack of maybe the youthful mobility he once had. But that doesn't mean that there aren't still times he's still able with his anticipation and reading the plays and route combinations to be able to, get on top of those routes even still. And he did it here. I think he even did it last week. He had a play broke up, or the Browns game, I think. I remember have a key third down breakup in that game too. Got a quarterback hit. He's has a half a sack in addition to the quarterback hit. Has the pass defense, 6 tackles. He's now leading the way in that respect. Guy's been great. It's been great. Waldron's going to have an interesting call to make here coming out of this change of quarter. 2nd and 14. See what he goes to here. Is it back to a bubble, to a JSN? You've had some luck with that here. Out route to Lockett out in the corner. DK Metcalf in cutting route. Those have been kind of the spots they've gone to in these kind of moments here. We got a Bobo sighting here. 3 wide receiver look. Dropping back to throw. Out to Noah Fant. We got a Fant sighting. Fant takes it up the field nicely there, eating up some yards and making this into what's going to be a makeable third down. It's a little pre-designed throw to Fant. Those are the kind of throws we want from Waldron. This is where I give Waldron a lot of bump in this game of saying, I like the way you've called this. Sometimes finding those easy completions in there for Geno, where it's not all hard and him going through progressions. Sometimes it's just get some easy throws. You're going to go over to this route, get this to our playmaker in space, let him go do something. 3rd down and 6. Geno surveying the field here. Commanders are showing a blitz. And a heavy blitz at that. They've got 7 men up around the line of scrimmage. Geno believes he's got it figured out. Play clock winding down. Gets the snap off. Throws the bubble screen here. Tyler Lockett. Not quite able to get down to the first down. Just short of it. So what does Coach Carroll do here with the 4th and 1? Be a long field goal attempt, I believe. He's already gone for it a bunch in this game. He's just going to keep going. Big ball speed in the house. You got time. You got time. Get everything set up. Don't rush this, Geno. 4th and 1. The give is inside here to Charbonnet. Charbonnet with a first down run, still on his feet, drugged down to the 29-yard line. There we go. Love the call by Waldron. What got us up the field here? Charbonnet's 2 big 10, 11-yard runs here. We got this guy for these 3rd and short situations. Let's utilize it. Very nicely done. Well blocked there, right over Peter's side of the line there. And Charbonnet doing a good job with his vision. Not always the easy locatable holes on some of these runs for him here today. 13:07, Hawks on the 29-yard line. Going with the 2 tight end look again here with Charbonnet and banging home. There we go. It's going to get about a 2 or 3 yard gain, but I love the play call here. Let's start banging into this defense. Let's start wearing into them a little bit. Let's start hammering them with the 2 tight ends and Charbonnet. Just what we called upon here for this game. Nice balance between these 2 backs and their utilization today. 2nd down and 8. Geno back at shotgun. There we go. Just throws it away there. It was play that's supposed to go to Tyler, but they did not get the Commanders confused with that play call. I think that somebody was they thought Tyler would be out there opened up on that side, and it just didn't play out that way. He didn't take the bait. Geno was under real quick pressure there. 3rd down and 7. Geno in shotgun. 3 wide plus a tight end. Commanders again showing a blitz look to Geno. They're bringing it. Geno, you got to get rid of it on the blitz look again with Geno on this. Can't throw it to a catchable spot for Tyler. He's getting surprised on the blitz, and I think he was looking for he's saying something to the sideline about something. I don't know what he's saying, but the blitz was coming there from a mile away. So I don't know what he's anticipating, because it just seems like he sometimes is getting surprised on these blitzes, especially the A-gap pressures. He's not seeing it come. And I don't know why he's not recognizing it's coming, because it's kind of set up that's coming. Jason Myers with a 45-yard attempt to try to put Seattle up by... Did he get it? Just got through. It was swinging. It was swinging like a door to the left, and he was able to swing it right up and through. The Seahawks will take a 7-point lead here, 19-12. There we go. Okay. I'll be right back. One sec. All right. Please do, folks, if you haven't already, hit that like button for me. I would really appreciate it. Yeah, Geno's going to keep getting blitzed to death until he can clean up that part of his game. That is for sure. Randall, thank you again for that $2 dono and all your donos today. Wagner doing you good today. He's doing right by you. A note as well, again, folks, we'll be doing the post-game stream over on Bleacher Report immediately following this game. So we will also be doing the post-game discussion later on this evening and all that stuff. But that will be just kind of a common deal, what we do here for at least the foreseeable future on some of these. We'll have some weeks we might not do this, but if you get a chance, down in the description section below, you can get down there and click that. I've also got it rolling beneath here where the post-game report will be down on that side of it. So you do need the app to make it go, but if you want to catch that stream right after. We'll be rolling that right after this finishes up here. Hawks are up 12-19, 12-14 to go here in the fourth quarter. Both teams have all three of their timeouts. Seahawks defense has been very stymieing here so far this half and throughout most of this game, absent a couple of big plays from Washington. Short kick. This will be returned up. Washington's been good with their returns today. Let's see what they can do here and able to get it back to the 26-yard line where Howell and company will take over from there. Sam Howell today, 21 of 31, 200 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions, 1 fumble. He's also got 2 carries for 17 yards. Brian Robinson, 6 carries, 25 yards, 4.2 yard per carry average. Antonio Gibson, 2 carries, 6 yards. So the Hawks have continued to be able to keep the running game pretty well closed up for the Commanders. I keep calling them Redskins, by the way. I'm trying to change the Commanders. You got to understand, I had a lifetime of calling them that. 1st and 10. Give us to Brian Robinson here. He's got a hole still on his feet. Poor tackling by Jordan Brooks, who just tried to put a shoulder into him instead of wrapping up. He'll take that for by far his best run of the day. That's a good 14, 15-yard run there. Peter Van Gent, thank you for subscribing to the channel, Peter. I appreciate you joining up on the Hawks Nest. Very kind of you for doing so. Gordo, thank you for subscribing as well. Appreciate you for joining too. 1st down and 10. 11:37 to go. Commanders on the 41-yard line. Hawks bringing a bit of a run blitz there. And it's not able to work as, again, poor tackling. Just Robinson fighting through tacklers' arms like he's got Vaseline on his jersey. Another 1st down run. I mean, both defenses starting to get a little worn down here over the course of this game. Been a mucked up affair. The time of possession is pretty even across the board. First and 10. Commanders on the Seahawks side of the field at the 47-yard line. Another give here. 3rd straight run in a row here by the Commanders, and another good run of 5 yards, this time to Gibson, before Wagner's able to bring him down. 2nd down and 5. Another carry here as they continue to hammer the run game to the Commanders. 4th straight run. This one's going to go for about 2 yards to Gibson. This will bring us up to 3rd down. 10:07 to go in the 4th quarter. Clock continues to roll. Third down and 3. Hal directing traffic here prior to the snap. Seahawks showing a single high look. Sam flushed out of the pocket. 1st down catch into Bobby. Logan Thomas with the catch here. 1st down. 1st down. Jeffrey Thistle, thank you for the $2 donations. Am I jealous of Sammy boy? Feels bad, man. Appreciate the donation, man. I like Sam. Sammy's not a bad player. He's done all right today. He's executing the offense. 1st and 10. 9 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. Commanders on the 35-yard line in Seattle's territory. Seahawks showing a blitz. Drop out of it. Ooh, almost a near pick there. Witherspoon knew that he almost had Sam Howell fooled on that one. Howell thought Witherspoon was coming on the blitz. He dropped out of the blitz. I think Sam kind of saw it as he was throwing, like, oh, he's dropping out of it, and sort of short-armed it a little bit. So it never really got there. But good job by Witherspoon there, kind of baiting him up a bit. He dropped the worm on the hook, but Sam didn't take a bite. 8:52. Hal again back in shotgun, 3 wide. Hal dropping back to throw here. under some pressure. That's going to be completed. First down, still on his feet, all the way down to the 18-yard line. Brian Robinson has, as a pass catcher today, just smoked up the Seattle coverage. Jordan Brooks is in coverage here on this play, and Brooks just completely gets lost off the snap. I mean, Robinson gave him a little shake, and he brought Jordan Brooks to a standstill and created about 8 yards of separation between him and Jordan Brooks off the snap from it. First down and 10. Allen shotgun. Dropping back to throw. Mafe creating some pressure. That ball's tipped. That ball's caught. That ball's a touchdown. Commanders come right back, and the running backs from the Commanders are absolutely killing the Seahawks in coverage right now. That's Antonio Gibson with the catch. Whew. Yeah, Bobby just got lost in coverage. He's had a couple of places. I've given Bobby props, but that was completely just they attacked Bobby in coverage on that one and got him. 19-19 Commanders. Extra point will go through. Hawks defense just kind of got, after having a tough day where everything's just stiffed up a bit, just no answers there on that drive. And the Commanders are wearing them out with the running backs. Ryan Robinson's got 6 catches for 119 yards. Antonio Gibson's got 4 catches for 33 yards, both of them with a touchdown catch. And yeah, the linebackers are not, Brooks having a tough day. Bobby was okay today. He did have an earlier completion where he gave up one of those, completions down the deal where that was Draymond Jones, actually. Sorry. Bobby's been all right today. That was a bad one though with Bobby, and Jordan absolutely has gotten eaten up. I mean, he's shoulder tackles and getting smoked up in coverage. It's kind of why I have a hesitance when people bring up Jordan Brooks and being a guy that we bring back. When you're talking about the price being $17.5, $18 million a year, that's what you get in coverage from him. That's kind of just who he is in coverage. He can give you some flashy moments, but teams can target him too at times. And it's just not it's kind of just a big negative on his game a bit. And that's tough in the modern era when you need your linebackers to be able to cover occasionally. Let's see if the offense can answer back here. Pick up the defense a bit on this one now. Do. Defense starts to struggle to wrap up on that last drive, especially. And Gibson is a tough cover. That's a guy that was a wide receiver for a lot of his college career. But that's where the Commanders are attacking the Hawks. That's for sure. You got a single high look there. Yeesh. All right. Geno out with a pistol look here. 2 tight ends. False start by the Hawks. Another penalty for them. That's now 8 penalties for 50 yards in this game. First and 15. Geno in shotgun. Pitch play out to Tyler Lockett. Lockett with little space up the field, and he's going still. Nice run there by Lockett. Well, looking like youthful Lockett there on that play a little bit. He got about 15 yards of that back in. It's be a 2nd and 5 now. Geno looking to run a little bit of a hurry up here with 7 minutes and 41 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Hawks on the 31-yard line, their own territory. Pitch play out to Walker again. He's going to get out in space here nicely and get a first down. Lowering his shoulder, finishing off the run. Nice. Nice creativity by Waldron on these first 2 calls here. And I love getting Walker to the edge. Seven minutes and 9 seconds to go here in the fourth. First and 10. Play action pass to Walker. Geno drops back. Lets it rip through. He's got Tyler Lockett again still on his feet. Tyler goes back, then goes forward. Nice catch there by Lockett. Very nice throw there by Geno Smith. Geno's going to huddle him up here. Very good throw. Put it right up over the top of the defender there. Nice throw there with some touch. Boy, he dropped that right in there, didn't he? First down and 10. Geno under center here. Walker in the backfield. Lockett going in motion pre-snap. The give is going to be to Walker. Walker takes it up the field for a gain of about 7. Nice mix and balance here from Waldron on this drive. Run and pass. Walker, 16 carries, 60 yards in this contest. Also got a big catch and run. Big catch and run of 64 yards, too, for a touchdown. Second down and 3. Give is going to be back into Walker again here. Nowhere to really go there. Knocked off of his feet very quickly there. LaRon Payne completely closed it up there inside. This will bring up a 3rd down and 3. $5:25 to go. Jeez. I just didn't get it done there. There was instant pressure in the face of Geno there. They had a quick throw prescribed up to Noah Fant in the flat, but the defender was all over it. We'll see what Seattle decides to do here. It looks like they're going to maybe try to trust their defense. The Commanders have, like the Ravens did last week, given the Hawks offense a lot of problems with the stack fronts in this game, bringing a lot of people up around the line of scrimmage. They've kind of just tore out the Ravens playbook and how to play our offense. And Geno's going for it here, 4th and 5. Dropping back to throw, double clutches, throws it 4 feet over the head of DK Metcalf, and we're going to get a penalty. I don't know if they're going to call this catchable. They may wipe this out if they start to take that into account because Geno didn't make the ball catchable in that point. But let's see if the officials, they're calling it pass interference. I don't know. We might have gotten the benefit of that one. I don't think that was a catchable ball thrown by Geno Smith. I mean, it's definitely, he's got, they've been letting Benjamin do this to DK. They let him do that to it, and then I guess they do call it here and there. So they're calling on that one finally. Definitely he's being touched and messed with before the ball comes there. Big penalty in this game. Big penalty in this game. 12 men on the field here for Washington in reaction. Maybe a little bit of instability from them off that play call. Gives the Hawks a 1st and 5 here. Ball on the 28-yard line. Geno back in shotgun. Geno looking, comes back underneath to Tyler Lockett. Tyler Lockett's up the football field to the 15-yard line. 1st down. Lockett, here we go. Here we go, Lock. Lockett now 7 catches, 87 yards on 9 targets. 1st and 10 for the Hawks from the 12-yard line. 3 tight end look here for them. Go to Walker. Walker looking. Walker's going to bounce this outside. Tries to get a couple yards. He's able to make it. Oh, we might have a face mask here. He only got a 3-yard gain, but he came right up pulling and tugging on his face mask like they had done at the flags. They're thrown right in there, and that looks like that's going to be the call. Hawks have had their share of issues down here in the red zone this year. And that will be the call, half the distance to the goal after this one. Automatic 1st down. See if they can dial it up here. Definitely grabbed it. No doubt about that. Benjamin juiced with some big penalties here on this drive. First and goal. Give's going to be to Walker. Walker, nowhere to really go. Just Washington defenders all over there. A sea of white. I like the try and the attempt to try to get it as an outside kind of pitch play there, but Washington did a good job with pursuit of getting there. Clock continues to roll beneath 4 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. Tied up 19-19, Seahawks knocking on the door from the 6-yard line. Geno rolls to his right, throws back to Tyler Lockett. Lockett! Touchdown, Seahawks! Let's go with Tyler Lockett. Toe tap, toe tag, drag, swag. Tyler off already on a real good couple catches on this drive alone. Able to twist back and make the catch there in the back right of the end zone. This was a play kind of similar to that DK Lockett touchdown against the Giants. Late hands. Beautiful throw by Geno to give Tyler the chance. And it looks like he got both feet down. But you give him a chance on this to get the feet down. Don't put it out of bounds. Put it down on a spot where he can go and make a play. And Tyler does just that. Seattle Seahawks go up 19-25. Very important extra point here on deck now for Jason Myers. But Geno Smith, tremendous drive there. Well executed. There's going to be plenty of people hard on him today, and rightfully so, for some of how he's played. But made some very, very, very good money throws on that drive, and his decision-making was pretty smart overall. The extra point goes up and through. Seahawks take the lead 26-19 now over the Cleveland Browns. Randall the Cut says, touchdown, Mr. Reliable. Let me get the love. We got to get the loves going here. Let's get the chant. What we got here? How about that? How about I got a little Tyler swim emoji here too. Let's get the little Tyler swim emoji going. Look at him go. Look at that little swim emoji go there. I want my Tyler swim emoji. Swim across the screen, Tyler. You have so many touchdowns. Do your magic. You wonderful, wonderful man. You One more Tyler slide here. One more Tyler slide. Let's go, Tyler. I'm going to start having fun with this stuff, you guys. You thought I ignored the chat before. Woo, okay. That drive felt okay. That felt better. Let's go. Let's go, Tyler. He was swimming on that drive. 347. Washington's got all the time in the world. Short kick here. Taken by Gibson as the uptake man. Gibson stumbles and manages to push his way up to the 30-yard line. So the Seahawks defense comes back out on the field today. Let's see if they can close this thing up, if they can shut this thing down. Brandon Taylor with a $2 donation says, play calling is so much better today. It's refreshing. Well, thank you for that donation, Brandon, all your donos today. And yeah, the play calling has been a night and day difference. One of the reasons I've harped on it so much is it has been such a missing element of this ball club, offensively speaking, and he brought it into play today. First down and 10 here for the Commanders. Gibbs going to be to Robinson, an outside zone run. Good job by the Seahawks defense, and Jaron Reed just completely swallows him up like a just black hole. You saw him just disappear into the line and then reappear down on the turf a yard later. Nice job by Jaron Reed there. 3:22 to go, second down and 9. Barry Satoro, thank you for the $5 donation and all your donos today, Barry. Appreciate you, brother. Says, here's another $5 for God Emperor Smith's 300 yards and 2 touchdowns. Yeah, well, it's going to be something we're going to lot him and also knock him, right, when we do the post-game discussion. Shotgun here for Sam. Seahawks bringing some pressure now. Sam catches it underneath here and throws it into Logan Thomas, who will be chopped down by Trey Brown, bringing up a 3rd and 3. It'll be a complicated day in breaking this down from as you say, God Emperor Smith. We'll have to kind of go through all the good and the bad on this. But there is, in many ways, a lot of good in there with the bad too. And good job by Antonio Gibson on that throw to Logan Thomas, picking up the blitzing Bobby Wagner there. Bobby almost was able to slide off of him, but Gibson did a good job of keeping it clean for his quarterback there. 3rd down and 2 for Howe. Shotgun look for him. He's got 3 wide to the far side of the field. Seahawks bringing their guys up close. And he's going to complete that there on Witherspoon to McLaurin. Threw it to his best receiver in the moment when you needed a completion. And Witherspoon with one of the few completions he's given up in this game on the slant route. Tough to stay covered there. He was right there at the line of scrimmage there, but just a nice run route. McLaurin's a very good receiver with really strong hands. They've done a good job of keeping him under wraps today. That will take us to the 2-minute warning now here. And the time not really a factor for Washington with the 3 timeouts as it stands. And Barry, thank you for all your donations today. And yeah, he's had a good game. There's been a lot of really good throws. There'll be just a lot to unpack in making sense of this Geno game and what we saw from it. You know, it's like, it's complicated. Yeah. Like one of those friends you got with those relationships. You're like, are you really with her? Or I see you with a girl. Like it's complicated. Yeah. It's going to be one of those days, I think, when we try to figure out what to make of this day of Geno's. You know, it's a little muddied. The water is not quite clear. Not quite clear. Folks, do me a favor. If you like what you're listening to today, please do hit that like button for me. I would really appreciate it. You have not already, as well sub on up if you haven't. We should be crossing over today 14.2 as we're on the road to 15,000, trying to get there this year. I've got the description. I'm running down the link below there to the Bleacher Report post-game stream, which I will be going over to immediately after this game resolves. So you can either get the link there, that I've got it rolling right below me in the scroll, or it's right down the description link as well. So you can also catch it down in there too. In fact, I'll just put it in here. Boom. Nice and easy. You do have to download the app, but I'll be over there jumping over for a half-hour post-game breakdown. What does Hurt dial up here? Does he go blitz city here? Does he just try to stay back in his coverages and see if Hal can pick him apart? They've had some success today when they have run the blitzes, especially more than the 5-man fronts. Haven't run them a lot, though. It remains a scheme here that you do wonder about with that. If they will do it here. If they're not, they're going to say, well, let's make them earn it with 2 minutes and get up the field on us. Let's make it hard on them. Washington at the 50-yard line here. They have all 3 timeouts, 2 minutes to go. 3 wide receiver look to the far side of the field. Seahawks are bringing a blitz here. Flushes Sam Howell out of the pocket. He's going to throw that away. See, blitz can work. Blitz can be good. Blitz can be helpful. Flushes him out of the pocket. Gets him to throw it away. Robert Charles, welcome to the Hawks Nest as a Pro Bowl member. Appreciate you signing up as a member of the channel. We get PFF scores out to you Monday morning. We'll be doing we do a Thursday members only stream. So keep on the lookout, Robert, in your community post for that. But thank you for signing up as a Hawks Nest Pro Bowl member. Appreciate you for that. Kyle Jack, thank you for subscribing to the channel. I appreciate you. All right, we got 2nd down and 10 here for Hal. He is in shotgun. Again, 3 wide to the far side of the field. This is the same look they've run about 3 or 4 straight times in a row. They think they've got something with it. Hal getting flush in the pocket. He's out of the move, and he might have some space to work with here. Oh, he makes a nice throw in there. The ball is in and out of the hands of Jamison Crowder. Bobby Wagner there in coverage. Crowder should have probably caught that ball. Hal put it in a good spot for him. That's a catch a receiver's got to make in the NFL. This now will bring it down to a 3rd down and 10 here for the Commanders. No doubt 2 down. I would think 2 down territory here. You're not probably punting it back trying to trust the defense at this stage of things. The 12th man up on their feet. You can feel the roar and the reverberation from the stadium coming through in these kind of moments where everyone, even if you haven't been on your feet throughout the game, you are now in this moment. Washington's actually going to call a timeout here to make sure that they get the right play in. Prince Fan, thank you for the $5 donation. Says, you keep this North Carolina boy in the loop. Well, I'm happy to do so, Prince Fan. Thank you for that $5 donation. One of the feedbacks I got in doing this play-by-play is a lot of people can't get access to the games, don't have a way of getting a feed, and this does provide them a method for that. I love doing it. I'm committed to keep getting better at it, and it's my pleasure. It's my pleasure, Prince Fan. Shout out to North Carolina. Beautiful, beautiful state. The Real JB, thank you for also becoming a member. I appreciate you for jumping aboard the Hawks Nest, and welcome aboard. Coach Carroll, egging on the crowd, says, let them know. Let them know. 3rd down and 10. 4-man front for the Hawks. They bring a 5th man late pressure. Hal, flush to the pocket. He gets the ball off into space. Jamal Adams able to bring down the tackler there, just short of the 1st down. So 4th down and 1 for Hal and company. Now the clock does continue to roll. The Washington Commanders are going to call a timeout to try to get their best play here. This will be a 4th and a long one. Adams able to pull him down. And get this into a tough territory. This is kind of game now with the 2 timeouts taken from Washington. Here you go. Seahawks able to get some pressure there. Just a good job by Hal to find his man. Gibson is an outlet there. And short of the 1st down. Real JB, Robert, Charles, thank you again for becoming members of the channel. I appreciate you for doing that. Big tackle there by Adams. 4th down and 1. They're going to go shotgun and remove the brotherly shove as even an option here, though. Certainly Sam Howell and the Hawks are going to call a timeout here because they got to look at what they did. So let's call a timeout and refigure this out. Howell is a guy that, like I say, with that Tim Tebow-ish, we saw it on the fumble earlier. He runs a lot stronger than you typically get from the quarterback position. So merely having him back in shotgun in these moments does not mean you remove then the quarterback keeper sneak here. He could still run that right up in the middle here. It's not the most inventive call from Eric Bieniemy, but it's a creative way of doing it where you get the defense, if he's in shotgun, to think, okay, well, the draw's off the board now. It's got to be something else to the back or something else like that. But he's still a threat to run it that way. The 12th man, again, trying to get loud and beckon forth their defense to get this stand, to finish this game off, to get this W. Shotgun look, 3 wide to the far side of the field. That's been the formation they've run out here on this final drive over and over again. Hawks in coverage. Trey Brown gives up the completion to McLaurin for a first down. They've gone to McLaurin twice on this drive when they needed a play, and he's come through for him on those slant routes. First down and 10. 1:13 clock continues to roll. Howell dropping back to throw. Surveying the field, looking underneath here. Great job by Bobby Wagner. Tremendously timed up as he arrived right when the ball arrived to knock it free of the receiver. Another good play in coverage here from Bobby. Trey Brown gives that slot up out of a press look, but doesn't get any press on the receiver. Don't disrupt the timing, and you give him that free release out of press. It really opens the door for quick, easy separation there. 1:08 to go here. Commanders on the 35-yard line on the Seahawks side of the football field. Howell, play action pass, dropping back to throw. Seahawks aren't buying it's there. Howell under duress again. Ball's whistled up over the top. Almost caught, almost interception, almost caught again, then behind the missed interception. But it will be an incompleted ball, 3rd down and 10. Pressure from Seattle early and late on that play. They give him a too high safety look there. Third down and 10. Allen shotgun, dropping back to throw. He takes a deep drop. He's looking deep. He's looking deep. He's looking deep. And that ball is completed. And that ball is going to be a touchdown. Oh, my goodness. Whew. Diami Brown, wide open and nobody even near him after the catch. Just a completely broken coverage. I don't think Seattle was even bringing a blitz on the play. They got a trips look to start this off. And Seattle might be, I don't even know who's that on. Just zone coverage. (26-26). Washington Commanders tie this game up. Seahawks defense through so much of this game has been so solid. But 14 points given up in the fourth quarter by the defense. And this one is one you're bringing a 4-man front. You're dropping all these guys into zone. The thing you think you wouldn't have when you drop so many into zone and you're only bringing front 4 pressure is that you would have zones closed down. You wouldn't have big plays to give up down there, especially with the soft nature of the zone coverages the Seahawks tend to typically run. But on that play, broken coverage, miscommunication, whatever it may have been, left it wide open. Okay, so I guess the good upshot of this is that there's 52 seconds left and 2 timeouts for the Hawks to try to make some noise happen here. That's the good news. See what we can do here. Zach Glass, thank you for subscribing to the channel, Zach Glass. I appreciate you for answering that call out there and join up on Hawks Nest. Welcome aboard. Coach Carroll talking to Geno Smith before, making sure he's got the final communication in there to him on what he wants out of this drive. Geno from the 25-yard line will take over here. Too high safety look from the Commanders. Geno rolling out, checks it down to Charbonnet. Charbonnet, oof, absolutely runs over the defender there with another just completely mean hit. And Carroll's going to just call a timeout there on 2nd and 7. Walker needed to get out of bounds, but he couldn't hold up from laying down the wood there. Got to get out of bounds, Rook, and he knows. He's tapping himself on the chest. As he knows, I should have just tried to get it out. But boy, he put a hell of a lick there on the player there. You lose a timeout, though, for 3 yards gained. Jason Myers' career long is 61 yards. Hit that in the Rams game last year. So he's got the leg to get you far, but Seahawks have got a long way to go to get into his range here still. 38 seconds to go, 2nd down and 7. 5-man front here from Commanders. Throw out to Charbonnet again in the flat. Charbonnet this time does get out of bounds. It will be another very, very short gain, though. So 3rd down now and 3. Or 4. Sorry, we'll call it 3rd and 4. Hawks are going to run a little bit of a quasi-hurry up here. Commanders are going to show a stack front, which has given the Hawks offense problems all day long. Again, they're bringing it back here up against, Geno. It's coming. Geno drops back to throw. Hits DK Metcalf. Metcalf all the way down to the 50-yard line. DK back on his feet, gets the ball up to the official very quickly. The clock will be stopped here now at 28 seconds to go by Coach Carroll. Very nice throw there by Geno, taking a little bit of a page out of the Commanders playbook with Terry McLaurin. You're just going to run a simple press. There's no, same like we saw after Trey Brown. You've got a press look by the corner. The corner doesn't get a press stab there. Free release by DK Metcalf. Quick, instant separation. Geno Smith with fast decision-making on the play to get the ball into his hands. That is really, really nicely done there by Geno. And DK as well, getting open and free and creating that separation quickly as he did. No more timeouts for the Hawks. 28 seconds to go here in the game. They're at technically the 48-yard line in the football field, still within their own territory, probably about 15 yards out from really well-established field goal range. Quick throw in. DK is getting absolutely mangled with there on the outside, but there is no call from the officials. 2nd down and 10 there. Benjamin St. Juste has definitely gotten away with his share of tuggy, pulley here today. Like that off arm is all over his back wrist, back waist. You're not supposed to be able to do that. But they're letting him play. 2nd down and 10. Geno drop back to throw. Looking back over the middle here. He's got DK in the middle of the football field. DK still on his feet. DK drugged down to the 14-yard line here. He's going to come back up, get the ball down. Got to try to spike it. Everybody get aligned. Don't go too fast. Don't go too fast. You got plenty of time, Geno. Plenty of time. There you go, Geno. Nice job. Very nice job there not to go too fast. That's an important, underrated play there by the quarterback, not to force that and not to become panicked there. Because if you lose a false start, you lose the 10 seconds, you lose the opportunity to even make this attempt. But when you need it, he's gone to DK on an in-cutting route there. DK wide open underneath. The Commanders protecting to the sidelines, and they leave it open there for DK. DK able to get another about 10 yards after the catch and turn this into a very, very, very makeable field goal attempt here for Jason Myers. Can he pull out a game-winning kick here? 43 yards, set up right down the middle. And we're going to get the final timeout from the Commanders here as they're going to try to ice Jason Myers. Jeffrey A. Thistle, thank you for the $2 donation. They can't score here. Haven't had a heart attack yet. It's palpitating. It's palpitating. It's going. They're showing the throw there to DK. The lineman almost got his hand on it. Just got that under DK's arm. Aviation Master, thank you for subscribing to the channel as well. Welcome aboard. All right. Game time. 43-yard attempt. Here we go. Here we go. Myers is set up straight away. Can he put this through? Can he put this through? Can he put this through? The snap is down. The kick is up. The kick is sailing. The kick is through. The Seattle Seahawks have pulled off the win. It wasn't pretty, but they got it done. Hawks get the victory on Myers' final kick through the uprights. pull this one through. Geno Smith on a fourth quarter final drive to get it through, the third one for him of this year. He didn't play a beautiful game, didn't play a magnificent game, but did enough and certainly brought it home. Brought the car home at the end of the day. Yeah, you might have been a little drunk. Yeah, might have been wobbling a little bit there on the road, but you got it home, Hawks. And we find ourselves with another win. We find ourselves theoretically basically tied still at this point for first place. It ain't pretty. There's going to be a lot of consternation, but we're in this. We're still in this and we're still rolling. I'm about to bounce over to the Bleacher Report. Please join me over there. It's down in the description section that you can find that. Click down there below or up here in the pinned notice, but I'm going to bounce over there. We'll be back with a post-game discussion shortly after that. I want to thank everybody for watching. Please hit that like button on your way out the door. But beyond all that, don't you ever forget, go Hawks.